Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A good Friday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout live on Edmonton Sports Talks. Thanks to those for listening on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, as well as for everyone watching on YouTube. And we love those podcasters out there listening to us in the future. Matt Iwanyk, Jay Milne, Tom Gazzola with here. We're live at Southport Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan, the presenting sponsor of the Nielsen Show. We're the Nielsen boys, or the Nielsen Show boys. We're here doing the morning show today. We will be here all day from 6 until 6. Boys, how are you guys today?
Good morning,
how was
Matthew.
It getting out to Fort Saskatchewan?
A breeze.
Isn't it?
It was really good. All the traffic was coming in. Highway 15, Manning Drive, drove through the north side of my old stomping grounds, and I had so much growth on that end of the city. And then in Fort Sask, I don't make my way out to Fort Sask that often, but like I always heard people say, I bought a new place in Fort Sask, great house prices, this, that, and I'm like, oh my God, Fort Sask, it's booming, baby. It's good.
It was way quicker for me to get here than it was for me to get to the studio.
Yeah, well, do you take Yellowhead?
To the studio?
Yeah.
Henday. The construction's just...
It's too much on
It's a
Yellowhead to
lot,
go all
yeah.
the way.
coming. And I got a speeding ticket in the construction zone. So that was a major turnoff as well.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Well,
But-
wait till that's done, though.
When it's
It's going
done,
to be glorious
when
for
it's
you.
done, it's gonna be awesome.
It's like when I used to live right off the Henday, North Edmonton, 97th Street. But I was there before the Henday was finished. So I had to go through the drives. And then once that Henday opened, the first drive to the radio station was glorious.
Were you in Castlewood? Is that what it was
Castlebrook
called? Castlebrook
was where I lived.
Yeah.
So
in Hollow Kenyon.
Yeah, so it was when those things open and it's free driving, it's great. We're at South Fort Chev celebrating Oktoberfest here. Lots going to be going on throughout the day. Later today, there's going to be German pretzels, bratwurst in the afternoon. They've got a shooting thing outside where you can test how hard your slap shot is. Jocelyn and Jay.
Jay busted a stick.
Jay broke it already.
Yeah.
He broke the stick. He was off the sport check to get another stick. But he comes in to Tommy and I, he goes, good news, bad news. Good news, I set the record. Bad news, I broke the stick. So we have lots going on. Come on down. It's going to be a great, fun day here today. And later on, the Fort Sask AAA U17 team will be on site as there will be a barbecue going on.
Yes.
You could go up against them and test how hard your slap shot is against those U17 boys.
Hey, they can shoot, man. They're good.
Yeah, I think people will be surprised how much power those U17 guys have. But you could come test it out. All in the Sport Boys and Girls Club of Fort Sask will be on site later, accepting donations for their youth sports program. In need of school snacks for the kids to partake in their program. Some people bringing in snacks. We're loading up this Colorado over here. So we had a couple things come in already. This place hasn't even been open that long, and we've already got a few things. But come on down. And again, it's an easy drive. It's a very easy drive from the city of Edmonton. Yeah. Well, even not just for today. If you're looking for a car, short drive out to Fort Sask. It's easy.
Very short drive.
Staff here is great.
It's like what? I don't know. It was 40 minutes for me to get here.
40? I got here in like 30.
I stopped at Tim Hortons.
Oh, you stopped at Tim.
Sorry, I should add that part.
Did you stop at the one right here?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I did over there.
It was all the traffic was coming into the city.
Yeah.
And it was a very, very smooth drive out. It was just getting through.
30 minutes to get to the north end of the city.
Takes me like 24 minutes.
So it's like an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I know, right? Once you get to the outskirts and it's
easy.
just straight highway or Henday or whatever, Highway 21 coming into Fort Sask, it's peanuts.
It is.
I do have to come out to Fort Sask once to twice a year, though, because it was mentioned earlier already. The fantasy football league that I'm in with Dusty, the one with the Nefarious Nine, I believe it's being called. Mm-hmm. The commish lives out here, and the draft is at his house, and it's out here in Fort Sask. So I do make the drive out here for a little bit. I was throwing it out to Dusty yesterday. I wanted him to bring the commish on, and I think we needed a 1v1, Dusty and the commish, to air out what happened, to figure out what was going on when it came to the draft, and Dusty wasn't having any of it.
I don't. How many drafts is he in? He's in like a new draft every night, and then I was laughing at how Rick was saying Ruth's Chris. Ruth I thought that was pretty funny. And then when you threw Bruth in there, I thought, oh, boy, lucky. Great spot to get a steak, though. Mr. Mike's, I went there for my birthday, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, it was
you,
really
with
good.
your whole family, right?
Yeah, whole family.
Was the brother still
it was
in town?
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
My brother came up for like a week and a half. It was good. It was a delicious speaking of steak. That's the last one I had. I could go for a steak right now, even though it's 9:10 in the morning. Steak and eggs.
Yeah.
It's never too early for a steak.
That's a staple on a lot of breakfast like
menus?
the brunches menus and stuff.
Yeah.
Steak and eggs.
Or steak omelet,
Ooh. Century Casino has one.
You had the steak at the Century Casino. How it was delicious. Well,
Double
nothing they
thumbs
have goes wrong. I'll be at Century Casino tomorrow. So will Jay, as we
Yes,
got the
sir.
Green and Gold kickoff show. 4:00 we'll be there. I did make the chili. The chili is made.
Is it good? Is it Texas style?
It's chili. It's regular. It's how chili is supposed to be made according to the International Chili Society.
You are a stickler.
Tried it.
Good?
I liked it, but I don't know. I'm the only one that I made it, so of course, hopefully, I better be like I like it. But
Did you add like your own little touch to it?
I put in a little maple syrup. That was a J
okay.
recommendation. I added some liquid smoke to the meat.
Yeah.
Didn't really taste it. Maybe I just don't have the taste for it.
Interesting.
But I've made it. I've moved it into Tupperware containers because I will take it to the boys tomorrow at the tailgate site, and I will set them up with it.
Okay.
Because what's happened tomorrow is the second annual chili cook-off at the tailgate, presented by the Elks Herd, the Turf District, You Need a Barbecue, and Us Edmonton Sports Talk. And they have, I think, 14 participants for this chili cook-off. We're not partaking in the actual cook-off. We are just
providing chili.
There's another chili. So I think they're going with offering 2-ounce cups for everyone, because if you want to go try all the chili, that's a lot of chili.
Yeah.
In the end, if you hit it all, I got those little Dixie cups. That should be fine, right? They're
Yeah.
3 ounces.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a mouthwash cup?
Yeah.
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 That'll be good. And I'm gonna get buns.
What's up with the Ford on the lot? Get that out of here. This is Chevy.
We getting into?
It could be
I parked
we
my
getting into
vehicle,
it?
which is not a Chevy, way down the road.
This
I used
could
to be a
I
Chevrolet.
parked my. I have a.
You have a Chevy?
I have a Chevy. I parked it down there. I didn't know if we were allowed to park over here.
Neither did I.
I also then parked over there because I was just like, well, other people need to park.
Yeah.
I could walk.
I would get it if you didn't have a Chevy. You'd feel obligated to park off the lot.
That's what I did.
But Matt and I are Chevy guys, so no big deal.
My first car was a Chevrolet Cavalier, a 91 RS, 4-door,
Cavalier.
6-cylinder.
Is that 24?
No, it was the sedan.
Oh, the
Yeah.
sedan.
Yeah.
What color was it?
It was silver with
Okay.
it was early 90s, keep in mind, and it had like a baby blue stripe around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I liked it. It was good. It was a good
Cavalier.
first vehicle. I gave it to my brother Mike, and then my dad took good care of it when he bought it. And then I think my brother Paul wrecked it, and then my brother Paul wrecked another vehicle that was given to him, and then another vehicle that was given to him, and then finally everyone said, you have to buy your own vehicles that you can wreck yourself. And oddly enough, hasn't wrecked one since.
I wrecked one vehicle.
You wrecked one?
I've wrecked
CRV.
four.
4?
My first car was a 1993 Nissan Micra named Benji. I rear-ended somebody quite badly,
No.
bent the frame. But my dad and I tied it to a tree with a large chain, and I put it in reverse, and he
Hammered
used
away.
a sledgehammer on the quarter panel was off, so
Yeah.
he could access the frame.
Yeah.
Straightened out the frame.
Okay.
Went to pick apart, got a new front panel. Sprayed it. Good
Don't
to
do
go.
that, kids.
Oh, do it. Fix your cars.
Pick up
It's
parts.
fun.
Pick your parts good,
Pick
actually.
apart fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's messy.
Had a. Then I went to. I went to a Volkswagen Passat.
Okay.
I guess I didn't wreck this one. It wrecked itself. The engine.
Oh, it just blew.
blew up on it on the Walterdale Bridge. Of all places. And that was the old Walterdale Bridge that had a peak in the middle of it.
Yep.
It was like the grate flooring, so you could see through
It
the
always
river.
went when you drove on it.
And it died on the way up. It didn't make it over the peak. So we had to push it back down off the bridge through rush hour. April and I did that.
Oh, that sucks.
Then I had a Ford Tempo.
Okay.
Ford Tempo, the alternator went originally, but then the transmission blew. And then I had a Saturn Ion
I remember those.
that I got.
I always
nice.
wanted one of those.
You wanted an Ion?
They look cool.
Yeah,
You know
they
they're
did.
plastic?
What?
Like the outside
The shell?
is plastic.
Really?
All the parts are plastic.
No wonder they were cheap.
Yeah. Cheap part. Yeah, the parts to replace were cheap.
Yeah, but they were also not the most expensive cars and stuff, so that made sense. They look nice to me.
I didn't mind it.
I'm only on my second car ever.
I'm on third. I had a Pontiac Grand Am GT 2-door coupe after the Cavalier, and I love that thing. And
I had a Kia Rio to start, and I loved it because that little thing plowed through snow like nothing else. It was hard to get that car stuck in the winter and stuff, so I loved it. And now I have my Chevy Cruze.
You do?
That's it.
I have an Infiniti.
That's it. Back just for that chili cook-off, 2:00 at the tailgate. You could get that's when tailgate gets going. Probably everyone will be set up closer to 2:30 or so. I'll go drop off the chili with our boys, and then I'll head to Century Casino, where Jay and I will have the green and gold kickoff show starting at 4:00. I will get to that one right away. I do have a pair of tickets to the Elks game tomorrow as well, so stay tuned. We'll give those away. Before I get to Tube Sock's message in the nasty chat, a couple things. We do have the EST FlyAway keyword presented by the 780. That's coming up later in the show. We're going to have to do things a little differently with that one because I'll have to make the call. I'll have to step off to make the call and then bring them on the air. And then you guys will have to talk because I don't have headphones.
We can do that.
Do it.
Yeah,
Zach
that's fine.
does when the board doesn't work. Just hold it on speakerphone.
No, you guys will be able to hear.
We'll talk to him.
Okay.
You could talk.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
As well, where was the other one? It came from the Wolf. Where's the Wolf?
Oh!
There it is. Are the annual Nasty memberships available yet? Here's the thing. I've emailed the Nasty Club current members just a couple of days ago. It's going to open as of after Thanksgiving. Things will open. So if you are a current member, it will auto-renew. I won't get into all the specifics right now with that, but it will auto-renew. So once your year is up, if it's maybe not the day of renewal, maybe the next day, there should be an auto-renewal. If you didn't get into the annual membership last year and you want to get into the annual membership this year, just stay tuned. Just after Thanksgiving, we're going to put that up there. The annual membership, $79.99 plus GST, gets you an EST t-shirt as well as EST socks. And then the premium membership, which is $124.99, includes a draw for a sports day with EST in the summer, as well. With those two, the t-shirt and the socks, you will get an EST scarf as well as an EST lapel pin.
The EST Sports Day was a lot of fun. Dustin with a Y won it.
He was the big winner.
We had a great time. The ball game we went to, remember? EST Sports Day. Started out at Kelly's. That was awesome. The weather held up.
Remember YouTube Trev bailing on his scooter?
Yep. Trev was just scooting around the whole downtown.
Oh, so beautiful.
It was. So innocent.
Innocent, yes.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. The annual membership's coming up. And to Duck Dad, I'm not scouring the internet for confirmation of my horrible chili takes. It's just the truth. International Chili Society. Go look it up. Go look up chili cook-offs in Texas and go look up the rules. Boom.
One thing Matthew is thorough.
I will say the Stag's chili that someone brought me.
You could say a lot of other things.
The Stag's chili that somebody brought me, it says chili with beans. They have to qualify with beans because chili's not supposed to have beans.
So are you then going to go around the chili cook-off tomorrow declaring this one to be,
It's not true beans.
Thankfully, he's not going to be there.
I don't need to
be a party pooper.
I don't need to do that.
Okay.
I don't need to do that at all.
Is there anybody at the board right now at the studio?
Why?
I want a poll put up on.
No, I could do that right now.
Chili with
Maddie's
beans.
got it.
Okay.
What's the poll?
Does chili have beans?
That's not.
Yes or no?
That's not the truth. But it doesn't matter what you guys think. It matters.
You're
what
scared of the truth.
I know it's what you. What does the? You're
can't
scared
handle
of it.
the truth.
You're scared of the international.
I'm not scared of the truth.
The International Chili
I just want to know,
Society.
Maddie.
The international. Don't make me pull it up.
I'm not. I don't give a rip.
It's not about what people think.
I'm not invested in this argument as you.
Yeah, but I'm just pointing out what the truth
is.
Tommy.
I want to know.
I had no idea until 2 weeks ago when we brought it up on the Hangout. Maddie's like, chili does not.
It's real chili is not supposed to have beans.
I always had it with beans. I thought it was great. I like beans.
Yeah, you
I like
could add it in there,
beans.
but
I like fried beans. I like beans. I'm a bean guy. I used to help my Nona in her garden. Tomasino, we do the beans.
Here's your chili cook-off from the International Chili Society. From this website, the World Championship Chili Cook-Offs. This is their rules. It says it right there. Beans and non-vegetable fillers are not allowed.
In traditional red chili. What about in
home style
chili?
Yeah, we're not talking about that one.
Bush's beans are required.
Yeah, we're
it
not.
should be clearly visible in cup.
I love
for
home-style chili.
Yeah, we're not. You guys never said homestyle chili. We're talking about the traditional stuff. That's what chili is.
Oh my
That's
God!
chili there, baby.
Formality.
Get outta
No.
here.
This is
what
nonsense.
you've been hanging
That's
on.
chili.
This is what
I
you've been
believe- I
clinging
Chili
on.
Verde, it's not allowed either. Nobody said it's the home style. This isn't the home style chili cook-off. It's the chili cook-off. And when you're doing something, it's the traditional stuff. Traditional.
Wow, this is kind of blown up in your face.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
You just left that major
you
detail
left the
out.
major detail out.
Okay, of course there are versions of it. True chili, traditional chili, has no beans.
I think that's
They
nonsense.
didn't say home-style chili. They didn't say variations of it.
See, if I was going to have chili, I would go for home-style chili.
Same.
As opposed to
Thank you.
traditional.
That's
the home
cool.
style feels warmer. It
That's
feels better.
fine,
It feels more
but that's
like,
not traditional chili. I've been saying the entire time traditional chili, real chili. That's the real first chili,
is
not
nonsense.
variations of chili. I'm off of this now.
I will be eating all of the candidates tomorrow at the chili cook-off down at the tailgate party. I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be a good thing. It's an open-air stadium. I believe that joke was thrown out yesterday.
Cash had that
Well
too
said, yes,
in the
Cash.
nasty chat just a little bit ago.
It's going to be the Toot Bowl. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great day down at Commonwealth, and we'll see if the Elks can keep their slim playoff hopes alive.
Well, with
Hopefully,
that-
good vibe, good weather.
Let's
hopefully.
get to Hangout headlines brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Premier conditions, top-notch service, unmatched value. Book your tee time, theranchgolf.com. You have till October 20th to get your tee time in before golf season at the ranch will come to a close.
Correct.
Looking at the forecast tomorrow, 15, Sunday 18, Monday 24, Tuesday 21, Wednesday, Thursday back to fall temperatures 13, 12. So right now, those temperatures holding very well to get that fall golf in at the Ranch Golf and Country Club. How long does MBT get a leash tomorrow?
Half.
Does it matter?
does it matter?
Yeah, I don't. If they win, yes.
It was. I was on the green zone out in Regina yesterday,
Oh, fun.
and they asked me, "Is this the right decision to go to MBT this week?" I was like,
What'd
"Well,
you say?
Well, I said it depends what your definition is for like what is
wanna
like
win?
If for
Okay,
Jarius Jackson, this is the best decision because he thinks this is the best guy to help him keep his job.
Safe play in my
Go
mind.
with the veteran. Yeah, go
Yeah.
with the veteran. Try to make the playoffs for him. Absolutely. For this season, I guess you could make the argument that MBT has played rather well for this team at times, and you're going with Tommy as you point, the safe guy.
Mm-hmm.
The flip side to that, you also could say Trey Ford has always done well. Now it's not a lot, but in his 2 games, I believe it is against the Riders, he's done really well against the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Yeah.
But then you look long term, and this is something, Jay, I think you've brought up a bit. If your season's done, why not get to know who Trey Ford is? And if they lose this week, what's the point, and what do you really learn in the last 2 weeks? So it was like one of those, that's how I kind of answered it to them. I was like, well, it kind of defends what you're trying to define as for best. Is it for just this season? Is it for Jarius? It depends who you are.
Right.
I don't think most people are excited about this. But, yeah, like, I'll be intrigued to see. I think if you're Jarius Jackson, you've gone with MBT. You ride with MBT largely.
Yes, my instinct would want to see Trey Ford. I'd give him the ball for the rest of the year and say, "All right, let's go, kid. This is your offense. Go for it." I understand. I mean, if you're Jarius Jackson and G. Roy Simon, you're working for your basically for your jobs, right? You want to keep these jobs. And MBT being the veteran guy that's been around, I don't want to say reliable. I don't think that's the proper term. I think more so you have a firm grasp of what you're going to get from him. And the question there is, what you're getting from MBT, is that good enough to win? Will it be good enough to win against a Riders team that's kind of been better of late? So I don't know. I'd roll the dice with Trey Ford. But my job's not on the line in this game. So I understand the rationale if I'm looking at it from Jarius Jackson, maybe G. Roy Simon's position. But the gut says go with the kid.
Yeah, I don't know why. Obviously there's other things going on here, and I've said that for a while, that there's something that's going on inside the locker room or inside the organization that we're not aware of. Because for so many people to think similarly about it, and to say, why not give them the ball, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of came up with a little bit of a theory here that I think this team has more. I think this team runs through one player more than anyone is giving credit for, and it's neither of the quarterbacks.
Is it offense or defense?
Offense. And
Running
he's
back?
this week.
Javon Leake.
Yeah. You look at the numbers when Javon Leake is in the game. A, they're winning games. Mm-hmm. B, they're running the ball more effectively.
I was going to say, because they are putting up yards on the ground. It's just when and the timing and the type of plays. Yeah. And that's, I think you summed that up with effectively. That's the key word there.
Yeah. So, it could be because he is a game changer in that backfield.
He's a big back.
That is a person you have to game plan for. So now, because they've had Justin Rankin and Kevin Brown. Mm-hmm. Those are two similar running style running backs. Javon Leake is a guy that can get out into the screen game and he can take it to the house. He hits a crease on if you're in a third or second and short or a third and short, you have a blitz package in and you're in a cover zero where there's no backfield, no defensive backfield. He gets 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, he's gone. Mm-hmm. The numbers with Javon Leake are better as a team, so it'd be interesting to see. I mean, this team, I've said this before, I'm more of an optimist, and I will always be, especially for local teams, because people that are here listening are fans of those teams,
yes.
So you want to see them succeed. That's just a no-brainer. But they could still rattle off 3 in a row and make a run here.
It'd be close. It'd be close to a playoffs if they rattle off 3 in a row.
If they rattle off 3 in a row,
if they win 3 in a row. Yeah. They would need either the Riders to lose 2 more games or the Lions to have lost 2 games.
Yeah.
And now Saskatchewan and BC do play each other, so barring a tie, which we've seen twice this year,
I know.
But really one team should beat the other. So it's okay if it's BC beating Saskatchewan, Edmonton beats Saskatchewan, will Saskatchewan lose to Calgary? Because that's their third game. If it's Saskatchewan that beats BC, okay, can BC also lose to Calgary or Montreal? And to me, that is the actual path for the Elks, is that Montreal might be playing for the East Division still by that last game of the season.
Ottawa's
There's
put
a potential.
A nice season.
Well, yeah,
I guess
know.
They're 3 wins up on
I thought it was a little
Red
closer than that. I forgot Ottawa lost last week.
Saskatchewan's not losing to Calgary. They just absolutely dummied them.
Well, then BC's not losing to Calgary tonight. So
yeah.
Can BC lose to Montreal, who might be resting players now?
I think so.
Who are resting players? That's where it changed on me looking at that.
Because Moss wants that win. He wants his team to play like it did last year.
Does he? Or he might also sit there and go, we're in the playoffs. We have a bye week. Let's get Davis Alexander in there. Let's get a couple of other
Davis Alexander's
rookies out there. But then getting some of those other rookies out there.
It's been such a
BC's
weird year.
BC's one of those teams that I could sit there and say I could still see them losing 2 of 3 the rest of this way. I can't sit here and say I could see the Riders losing 3.
No.
And the Elks sitting 5 back of the Riders, you need them losing 3. Or you need it's 3.
It's a tough road for the Elks. Let's just say that.
But it starts with a win tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or Calgary could do a great favor tonight and get that victory. If Calgary wins tonight, it does change a lot.
Well, did you see the interview that Dave Dickinson had in Calgary there?
He was a hot tamale.
He's a little fired up.
Yeah.
Saying, I'm just here to do my effing work. He pulled a little Connor McDavid action there.
I like that.
It wasn't,
been a rough year
wasn't like snippy, but I think he also realizes that questions will be brought up.
He was short.
Of course.
Short. Because don't forget, he's also the coach and GM. And, we've seen how that worked out here. It was overwhelming. It was too much on one's plate.
Yeah.
It's not everyone could do it.
Not everyone could
Wally
do it.
could have done it or did it. John Huffnagel was able to do it.
Yeah.
But not everyone can.
People can. I'm just saying that
no, but
the odds aren't necessarily on your side.
But I also named 2 of the greatest. That's what it requires. You need to be 2 of the greatest to do it. And you're not going to have greatest all the time. I think that's one of the biggest problems Calgary has is Huffnagel's not around anymore, really.
Well, he's kind of like a figurehead there.
Yeah.
Right? He's at the games. He's there in the booth with his wife.
But he's
seeing things.
Fully stepped back from the president's role. And
yeah.
It was always throughout those 2010s, you'd think this is the year Calgary's going to step back. But nope. Huff found players.
Yeah.
Huff found players. And then he coached the hell out of those players. Yeah. Or Dickinson looked really good as a coach because Huff was finding him players. As much as I hate the fact that he was in Calgary, and then that's the reason I disliked him a bit, Huff was just brilliant.
The chili talk is popping off here.
What do you got?
Well, a lot of chickpea conversation. I like a good chickpea. But then again, you don't like hummus?
No.
Love
hummus is okay from time to time.
Hummus is
very healthy.
Chickpeas and
very, very healthy.
Terraini? It's like a paste that is used to develop hummus.
Hummus is all right. I don't go for the hummus, but if it's there, I'll have it, and usually it's tasty. It's very healthy.
Tahini?
I'm always reminded.
Tahini is my wife makes her own.
Oh, yeah?
Hummus. It's good. It's so easy,
delicious.
man.
I was just looking at the recipe.
Chickpeas,
garlic, tahini, olive oil.
Olive oil and garlic.
Looking
and
at this one.
If you want to put your own, if you want to make a roasted red pepper or chili
See,
flakes,
that's what I like. With roasted red pepper hummus is good. Big red
this
pepper fan.
recipe needs chickpeas, lemon juice, tahini, garlic, olive oil, cumin, salt. You need water.
It is funny, though, Tom, that you can say that because I know what you mean. Like, if you were just to open a can of chickpeas and pop one in your mouth, you'd be like,
yeah, it's bland.
Less to be desired.
Yeah.
Put it in a hummus, and now
game changer.
It's game changer, right?
Yeah.
Hummus and pita chips.
I was going to say pita chips.
Like avocado, same thing.
But you got to go to like.
What about
avocados?
Go to
I like it like when it's guacamole.
Oh, I love a good avocado.
I don't.
See,
I find
avocado on a toast and
it's delicious.
Tomato and an egg and like some sourdough.
But it's the other stuff that makes it.
I could do just the avocado on it.
Yeah, you don't even need the bread. I do like a crispiness to it, though.
Give me some cardboard; it'll taste.
You go to a place, like the Italian center, and get the fresh pitas.
Oh.
And make your own pita chips.
Which is very easy to do too.
Just a little bit of butter.
Throw it in the oven,
and you could even sprinkle on some Parmigiano.
He
doesn't cook.
You started
buffalo mozzarella.
Oh, that's the best. As soon as you said Italian center shop, it's a win.
Yeah, it is.
You had me.
It is.
Yeah, you got me. Or Spinelli's.
Can I say something?
As my grandma and grandpa used to call it.
It's always my family still calls it Spinelli's.
Yeah. My mom and dad.
I'm not Italian, so I.
Well, that's how you know who the true OG Italians of Edmonton are.
I agree.
They will call it Spinelli's and like, we're going to Spinelli's, and it's like, well, yeah, and that's Teresa Spinelli's the owner of it, and that's why it's now the bar and cafe or whatever that's next. It's Spinelli's.
Spinelli's, yeah.
But they did change to Italian Center, but it used to be Spinelli's.
I didn't ever think of when people would say Italian center shop. I was like, what are you talking about? They're like, the one on 95th Street? I'm like, no. What the grocery store? That I would say grocery store. They'd be like, yeah, Italian center shop. I'm like, you Spinelli's?
I had to figure it out once. I had to ask my parents, what's the difference between Italian Center and Spinelli's? It's the same. Oh.
Yeah, that was one of those. I'm like, what?
Because I grew up with the Spinelli's.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we had that meeting, the first meeting with James H. Brown at Sorrentino's on 97th?
Yeah, 95th.
95th, and we took Dusty into the original Spinelli's.
We parked next to it, and I'm like, you've never been in here, Dusty. We got to walk you in.
It was like you could see the look on his face. It was like he had entered a time warp.
Yeah.
Like he's always wanted to. I know he's always wanted to be a part of a time warp.
He loves Quantum Leap.
Before you continue with wherever you were going, but like the thing about 95th, like the South and the West and Sherwood Park, and I think they're opening up in 2 in Calgary. They're great. They're big. There's nothing like going to the 95th.
That's
though.
the OG. It has a distinct smell to it, too.
And it's just, it's smaller, but it's quaint, and it's just, there's something about being in Little Italy, going to the 95th Street Spinelli's Italian Center that is just perfection.
You go to the deli counter, and they're cutting the meats. Signora, what can I get for you? And you're like, oh, these guys are so Italian.
As a kid, I always didn't like the smell.
You didn't like it?
Not as a kid.
It's very distinct.
But I love it now.
Yeah, because everything is right there, right? I remember, you get to the seafood stuff, I'd be like, oh, I'm not seafood. I'm allergic to shellfish.
Are you?
Yeah. And my nonna would be like, we're going to go look at bacala. Like, gross. I'm going back over to the pasta and the meats and stuff.
What were you going to go with? Did you have something? Well, you're saying the chili was popping off or whatever?
Yeah. No, just lots of people. There's somebody said that they like to use ground turkey in it. I could.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that. Or chickpeas in the chili, which I think would
Turkey's
be
very healthy.
Turkey's good.
Very healthy.
It's there'd be less of the fat from a ground beef. Even lean ground beef, we still strain it out because it can still be quite fatty.
Have some chickpeas. You get a chickpea in a chili.
Yeah.
And it's slathered in the chili, the sauce, and it's like, that's fine.
Yeah,
It's good.
there's a place for chickpeas in my time.
I'm cool with
in
that.
My day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love, like I said, good old hummus. Oof.
Okay.
Rob from the Grove, ground turkey is my go-to.
Ground turkey. I've
And
seen
then
that a bunch.
T. Wilson said the best chili is made with deer instead of beef.
Deer meat's
I
good.
love games meats.
Louis DeBrusque took down a moose yesterday.
Did he?
Yes. He got a big moose.
Oh, round of clicks for Louis.
Round of clicks.
Well,
He was very excited. I'll show you the video after. Buck season's coming up.
of course, absolutely.
Well,
Somebody
as-
mentioned
as
that.
you know.
That was Lars. Lars Y in the nasty chat said that he drives out this way all the time during hunting season because obviously there would be a lot of hunting, northeast of here.
Yeah, and by your Strathcona County,
Strathcona County.
I think the tags last a week or two longer than in the bow zone on the west side of the city.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
So he said how peaceful it is to drive out here during hunting season.
Yes.
And actually, just east of Fort Saskatchewan is the Scotford colony,
okay.
the Hutterite colony.
Yeah, yeah.
You get all your, if you need turkey for, they sell turkey right from there. Chicken, beef, whatever you want. You can go
Probably
right there.
very naturally sourced and grain-fed,
As natural
traditional.
as it's gonna get. Don't get me into a conversation on organics and how organics are.
I don't. I
need
eat
to,
processed like you wouldn't believe. So, as long as it's good, I'm happy.
Yeah, just give me something good.
Give me some good.
This is the EST Hangout live from South Fork Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola, Jay Milne with you here. Josh Clausen texted me, listening from the 11th hole. Got to have lentils in the chili.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, lentils. Good call.
point.
I hope you're shooting well, Josh. Hope you're shooting
There's
well.
nothing like a nice little lentil soup. Have you
That's good.
seen a bag of like lentils, just raw lentils? There's nothing to them,
No.
but they add such a unique texture. I think if you were to say to Clausen, okay, is it the lentil that makes it taste good, or is it the texture part of having the lentil in it? I'd
Lentil. When you mention lentil in a chili or a soup, I think immediately I associate it with hearty this
Yeah,
time of
it's
year.
a home style.
It's like a beef
chili
barley
because
soup.
it's got to be a home style.
Oh God,
There was a
No,
text,
never mind. No, that one goes in the traditional. It was non-vegetarian fillers. Never mind. Lentil's good.
There was a text that came in earlier that said going between home style and traditional is the most Matty thing ever.
But it's like there's different
I know,
categories.
but here's the thing.
traditional is the normal
Here's
one.
the thing that until you put your laptop in front of me, you had made it seem like this was the
It
only
still
way.
is. No. Well, then I didn't mean.
I assumed it was the only way as
Texas
well.
style chili, regular chili, traditional chili. Of course, there's variations to anything. You can make it change to any sort of dish and make it your own, but it's a different brand. It's not regular traditional chili. And this chili cook-off is regular chili, which is traditional chili.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of chilies featured
Of course.
tomorrow at the tailgate.
100%.
With beans that are going to be phenomenal and delicious.
Because people love to put their beans in it. I'm just
I'm gonna
pointing
eat
out
them.
that legit traditional chili does not have beans. It's the same as what is a shepherd's pie.
There's,
It's tasty.
It's
I love
fucking
it.
good.
But people get
Mashed
mistake.
potatoes.
ground beef.
Ground
No.
beef.
Yes.
Corn.
That is a cottage pie. Shepherd's pie is lamb. No.
Oh,
That's what
you're getting Eric
I'm
mad.
just pointing out that, like, if you
this
want.
is the nicest, most calm person I've ever met in
and
my
he's
life.
angry now.
And he even said,
I'm just
"Oh,
pointing out, like,
Matty."
this is a straight up, like, that if you want to get it, like, by proper definition, if you have ground beef,
But-
it is cottage pie.
Okay, but if most of
Watch
society
MasterChef and see if Gordon Ramsay will accept that as
I don't
shepherd
give a
Gordon
pie.
Ramsay's a
rat
dick.
I'm just
what-
saying.
What Gordon Ramsay
I'm
has to
just
say.
saying.
I'm just saying, if most of society thinks a shepherd's pie is mashed potatoes,
Yes, 100%.
some sort of ground beef, and some veggies in between, smothered
Absolutely.
with cheese on top,
100%.
then that's what it is.
But by definition, it's not.
I'm going to a football game tomorrow. I'm going to go to the tailgate, and I'm going to have the most delicious home-style traditional chilies with beans, and I don't care what the definition of traditional and
That's
home-style
fine.
is.
And I didn't
I'm
say
going
you
to say
can't
I
eat
went to
it.
the best damn chili cook-off this city has.
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm not saying you can't go do that and go enjoy it. I'm just pointing out the definitions of these things.
I get the sense that you would, if you were not on the air tomorrow with Jay for the pregame show, you'd be down there and you would sample and be like, this is good, but it's home style, not traditional. You're disqualified. I feel like that's what you would do.
You would
disqualify people.
No, because I'm not a chili guy then. I know I'm not a chili person.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, Dustin came
because
back
I'm not a
with
big
some,
bean person and all of that. So
Gushers. Oh yeah.
it's not legit. No. Like most people say that, and it's like, yeah, you will say that it has beef, but legitimately, it's actually that's lamb. That is called a cottage pie to have beef in it.
Oh yeah, because you've ever eaten a cottage pie?
Yes, you have. Then
I've never even heard of cottage pie.
I know.
look it up.
This is new.
Look it up.
How would it not have been more popular?
Because
It's a
people
shepherd's
like because North Americans have just changed it. Go to Scotland and try to get a shepherd's pie with beef in it.
I'm going to shoot you with this gun.
Disrespecting Scottish people right now. That's cool. I've got Scots.
Who said we're disrespecting?
No, we're
Because you're
not.
trying to take away their national dish.
I love Scotland.
It's
You're trying
not
to take away their national
it's
dish.
haggis.
Yeah, that's true. It is haggis.
Come on now.
Clausen says,
Even Claire's
texture,
staring at
no
you.
taste to lentils.
Yeah. Great. Because it does have, like what you said, Tommy, that hardiness.
Yeah. I think of this time of year, autumn, leaves changing, the weather getting cold. You want something hearty, there's got to be lentils in there.
You know what today would be a great day for?
Tell me.
A good old beef barley soup.
Yeah.
Well, read it.
He's
Read it.
showing me. Okay.
Read
Oh,
it.
from home. Home is a
Go
kitchen.
look it up.
The difference between shepherd's pie, cottage pie, and how to make them. Shepherd's pie is traditionally made with ground lamb, while its more well-known and oft mistaken cousin, cottage pie, is made with ground beef. We're getting into the
I
technicalities
didn't
of this.
disagree with you.
He's disagreeing.
No,
Well, he dropped a cheese.
Yeah, he dropped a Matty. It's not the disagreeing here. It's just not many, like, most commonly referred to as shepherd's pie
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
would be a ground
And
beef shepherd's pie.
And I'm aware of that. I'm just this is where I just go with the chili. That this is what you guys have. But if you went to certain places, the truth is a shepherd's pie is lamb. It's not ground beef.
Maddie is right.
See?
Cliff says shepherd's and cottage pie are two different dishes. Correct. Chili encompasses all variations unless specified otherwise from the start.
Yeah, it says regular chili.
Doesn't say regular chili on the international thing. It says traditional.
Regular traditional.
He comes off.
That's pretty funny. No one's buying trucks today, says Paul, with this family domestic going on.
They're like, what is going on in here? Who are these sales associates?
Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy. South Fort Chev, great crew down here. Weather's nice enough. There's nice vehicles on the lot. Go check them out. Looking for a new car?
It is soup season too.
Yeah.
Maybe we can go get a big vat of soup and bring it in here and just serve soup. I love
I had
soup.
a broccoli ched the other day. It was fantastic.
Oh, broccoli ched,
Yeah.
fill my heart.
Yeah. Hello.
Bless you, Tommy.
Thank you.
See, a lot of I'm just going to Sarah, Maddie's right on this one.
We're not saying
Calvin,
wrong.
Maddie, 100%. But you guys are all trying to make me be like, oh, this guy's an idiot over here.
We're not
How
saying
dare you
that.
guys?
We're just
I don't think anybody's
insinuating
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly. See?
Oh, well, you get in the head shake of disapproval from Eric right now. Yeah.
Because you guys don't like the truth.
The truth hurts. You can't handle the truth.
What's your favorite soup, Maddie? I'd guess. Let me guess. Minestrone.
I was never the biggest soup guy. I'm not the biggest in it. I'm starting to get into it more, I've realized.
Okay.
It's very hard.
A tomato bisque was always where I'd go with.
Tomato bisque is good.
But I've never actually, I will say this, I don't like chicken soup because I feel like I'm supposed to be sick when I'm eating it.
Oh, I understand that. Oh, is that a traditional home-style cinnamon bun? I see a swirl of icing instead of a glazing.
I'm sorry that you don't like the truth. That's cool.
Well,
It's
and
delicious.
I was gonna say there is only one king of the soups.
Which one?
There's one clear winner. That would be French onion soup.
That's great.
See, and I don't like French. I don't like
Oh,
onions.
it's so good.
You get with that white bowl.
Yeah.
With the
Cheese melted on
melted
top.
over top
Oh, yeah,
and
very good.
drizzling over, and you crack through that top, and it plunges into a depth of red wine and bouillon and
Yep.
onions
Yep.
sautéed. And
Yep.
man.
Very good. French onion soup's
Get some
delicious.
French onion soup up in here.
I hope there's French onion soup tomorrow at the tailgate. Although that would be messy.
It's a sit down. Like,
Yep. You got to work at it. But,
you know,
Yeah.
a place at the local donut shop used to have French onion soup on the regular, and it just wasn't tough to do.
Yeah, it's a hard mix. Anyway.
Rusty Shackelford says Maddie will not refer to it as French onion since it's made in Alberta.
Alberta onion soup. What if it was coming out of Beaumont?
Well, if it's French onion soup,
Highly
it's French onion soup.
French influence.
If you follow the recipe, it's French onion soup. That's all I'm just trying to point out.
Okay. All right.
Fine.
Fine.
You guys want to talk some ice hockey?
Sure. I like ice hockey.
Get out of here.
Oh, my goodness.
Golf ball?
No, that's not the real way of doing it, but it's ice hockey.
Brock really quickly gets this good one in. Matty is the guy who calls turkey bacon thin sliced turkey fillets because bacon is pork, not turkey. Thank you, Brock. That is well said.
John McKinnon says,
I'm
do
not
you guys even talk sports anymore?
It's
Hey,
not.
it's wherever the
hang-up.
wind blows.
That's
I
the
come
hang-up,
from
John.
the facts. You guys come from wanting to change things. That's all it is.
Okay.
Duck Dad says the Canadian Beef Society official chili recipe has beans. Wonder where yours is from.
Where do you live?
Texas.
Okay.
It's from Texas.
Oh, so you're supporting
Like,
Americans now.
Texas. And even Hernan said yesterday, Mexico, their chili is not with beans and stuff. So, cool.
Are you going to vote in the U.S. election too?
I wish I could.
You voted in the Italian election.
I have. And I will continue to vote in the Italian election
All
as
right.
long as they let me continue to vote in the Italian elections.
Okay. Wild stuff.
You can too. No.
France onion soup.
No, you're not.
My
into-
dad wasn't
yeah.
born there.
It doesn't matter.
Oh. Well, I'm only half.
I'm only half. My grandparents were born there. My mom wasn't.
Then
and
I could too.
You could go apply for it.
Why would you vote in another country's election that you don't live in?
Because they have representatives of, they have people that run and represent North American Italians in Italian Parliament.
Actually?
Yes.
Like there's a position,
They have the Italian
represents
government has
the Italians around the
the
world.
Italian government has representatives from all parts of the world representing Italians from different parts of the world. There's like I think 2 North American representatives. So anyone like any Italian, like I could go run for Italian Parliament. I think it's
That's
somebody
scary.
from Philly or something like that. That's one of the North American ones or something. So
Speaking
that's how
of
the Italian one works.
Speaking of the French, the Italian kiss, did you see Pete Alonso? Did you see that Mets
Phenomenal.
game last night?
Okay. He drops the foul ball, right?
Yeah.
Gets laughed at, then he goes and crushes
Oh, and
that
last
dinger.
game, he tripped over his own bat, running to first on which incurred a double play.
He's a
to
boss.
End a inning, and then he comes out top of the 9th, smashes a 3-run home run, goes up 3-2, and they don't look back. And he does the chef
Gabagool.
Gabagool.
Capicola. Yeah,
I love
I
Capicola.
love the stories that baseball and the Mets too. The Mets, yeah, that was really good. And then the football game last night. The Bucks.
What a
had
great
it.
game.
The Bucks had it. It was in their hand.
The Falcons have been playing some incredibly tight football games this entire season. I don't know if anyone saw at the very end as they were showing it on the broadcast late, like just how all the Falcon games have ended and how close they all were.
Kirk
Man.
Cousins is
He's coming into his own
Well,
with that Falcons team.
He was good when he was on the Commanders. He just didn't have a working team around him. He's good.
Well,
that took some
They had
big
what?
stones.
13 seconds left. He hits the receiver for what was like a 12 or 13 yard gain. It was a 45-yard field goal initially.
And then they took a
And then
to delay a game.
they weren't even ready and set up 52-yarder. And what Koo was 2 for 4 on the night, and then he just gets it over too.
Oh,
he
I wanna
did not
get-
have
And then
a
that
penalty
penalty.
on
Like
Yeah.
you get into field goal range, you spike the ball with the second left,
Yes.
and then you run out like you have a time count violation.
They were nowhere near set either.
Like, I don't know how that happens. Like, imagine if they did lose the game because they got a time count, like misses the kick or something like
Yeah,
from that.
it
Like
just
that
comes
was
up
a
short.
huge gaffe
Well, and that
at
was
one
on the
point.
head coach.
Yeah.
Raheem Morris was. Did you see the reaction to him? Like
was blowing
celebrating
up.
with Kirk Cousins. Like he was like, "You the
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, dude, you should be focusing on
getting everyone out there, getting them out there. You've got 40
Well, I
seconds.
mean,
Clock starts going.
Ultimately, the special teams coach should be doing that, but it's.
But you would want to watch that, and then in the end, though, they go win, and it was exciting.
Finished. I loved how that game.
Here's the thing I'll say about Kirk Cousins, though, is he's always just good enough. I find.
Yeah.
He'll get you to the playoffs.
Yeah.
He can't get it done in the bigger games.
If he
and
does,
maybe yesterday's one of those games where you could point to like, hey, he finally did it on the big stage type thing. But I don't have faith in Kirk Cousins once January rolls around.
But if he does,
I understand
that'll be a huge, accolade to add to his resume. Because he is the guy that can't finish the job or win the big one, right? That's plagued him his entire career.
So many questions about the quarterbacks in the NFL now. Like, how many clutch guys are there truly in the league right now? Mahomes, Lamar,
Allen.
You would consider Lamar clutch?
But
in the regular
we're
season
getting
for
to the
now.
point now where
Regular
it's like, well,
season,
he hasn't
yes.
done it in the playoffs.
I wouldn't think of him as clutch.
You don't think Lamar's clutch?
No, I haven't seen enough body of work.
I
mean, he's played longer than Mahomes, obviously, but
yeah.
No, he hasn't.
similar time.
Goff is clutch.
Lamar's only like in its like
Stafford's
full
clutch.
season.
Yeah, no, you're right, Matty.
I am rooting for Baker Mayfield. I felt bad yesterday. Well, I mean, they got
That's his
stopped.
sixth full season. Never mind, he's in his sixth full season, Lamar. Yeah. Do they have fourth quarter comebacks?
You're right, Jay.
He's got in 7 years 8 fourth quarter comebacks. So he averages.
They're
a
always
2 a year.
leading. That's your Ravens.
Patrick Mahomes.
Want to talk about a small sample size?
Patrick Mahomes has 15, and he averages 3 a season. So he's got one more than Lamar. Lamar doing 2 a season. That's pretty good, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lamar always seems to have the capability to fail.
But he didn't. He's
Lay
done
an
it.
egg.
Yeah, I will say in the playoffs, yes, but in the regular season, he's gone out and he's done it.
Who cares? You're Mr. Playoffs anyways.
Would you say Josh Allen?
No.
Okay, because he's the same as Lamar. So it's Patrick Mahomes and who else? So there's only one clutch quarterback right now in the National Football League.
Yeah, he's won 2 Super Bowls in a row. Argue that.
No, I know. But it's if you have, who would you want the ball with a minute to go, one time out, to get down the field and score a touchdown? How many quarterbacks would you be comfortable with?
Tom Brady.
Well, currently.
he's not in the league.
Currently.
Like right now. That's
Patrick
what I'm saying.
Mahomes.
Yeah, Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
I have no problem with Allen.
I don't have. Yeah, I think
He's the exact same fourth quarter comebacks as Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
So I would have
You'd
Lamar in
to
there.
Put Lamar in there.
But then there's not a lot after.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
Jaden Daniels.
Too soon.
Stop. Well, he decimated the Cardinals last
You
week.
wanna-
I know. It's way too
was
soon.
rough.
I understand. But
Would you throw Aaron Rodgers in there?
Yes, you could.
Yeah, probably. That's a good
I
one.
think history, legacy-wise, I'd have to put Aaron still in that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just trying to think. I mean,
Like Brock Purdy,
Jared Goff's kind of got to be up there.
Goff. I'm putting Goff up there. I'm putting Stafford up there. So
Goff's averaging 2 fourth quarter comebacks a season, 17 overall.
I mean, would you put a guy like Kirk Cousins?
Well, I think if you're going into Goff and Stafford, I think now it's like actually Stafford averages 3 a year.
yeah,
He's with Patrick Mahomes.
he's legit. He's clutch.
Kirk Cousins. But playoffs, to me, it is different.
Yeah.
And I won't go Lamar's clutch in the playoffs. No.
You're
Kirk
just so
Cousins at
harsh
3.
on your teams.
Well, he hasn't gotten done.
I know. I'm just
Like, that's ultimately, he fully hasn't gotten done. And, they do get to an AFC championship game last year, but now the one receiver fumbles the ball right before the end zone, which I think would have sent them to the Super Bowl. But in the end, you got to go get the wins. And quarterbacks are judged by wins and losses, and Lamar doesn't have enough wins in the playoffs.
I understand.
Han Shorkoff says C.J. Stroud.
He's getting there. Let's see what he does. Norman Combine likes that one.
I don't know. I mean, that game, who was it against? They had, was it 2 weeks ago when they just got pounded? He looked average. I'll find it.
But he's only in his, third or
Oh,
second
I want to
year?
get Maddie this Young Koo, the kicker for the Falcons.
Yeah.
A Koo jersey, because he's the Koo of EST.
Ah, yeah, that cool.
That would be that'd be fun. I like that name. I'm going to get him way too many
Young Hoo
gifts.
Koo. Just makes that 52-yarder. 3 for 5 on the night.
Great game, though.
Clutch.
Great game. We don't get to say that a lot on Thursdays.
True. Good
After
point.
Thursdays, that was a great Thursday nighter. But yesterday, that was a great Thursday nighter.
Yes, it was. Koo, did you notice? I don't know if you noticed this, but like his wind up to the ball it seems short. It's like all
It's
leg.
weird.
Yeah.
And it's super straight on.
Yeah.
Whereas traditionally kickers will take a couple steps to the
Two
kicking
paces
side,
to the left, right? Or right, depending on if they
depending
are
on what
left-footed
leg
or
they
right.
kick with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I was noticing that. That was weird.
I'm like, he's like 2 steps and all power from that leg.
Yeah, it was against. I think he didn't rock. He didn't. I'm talking C.J. Stroud here. 19-13 win over Chicago. Big loss to Minnesota. But I don't know. Minnesota could be a wagon here,
Yeah.
guys.
Minnesota looks good.
Sam Darnold right now is the MVP of the league.
He's been very, very, very good.
If he's
Yeah.
if honestly, Jaden Daniels is in the conversation.
100%.
Like
No, I can't wait. What is it? What did he say? Is it week 6? Lamar versus Jaden? That's going to be a fun little matchup between those two quarterbacks. I've got a lot more confidence in my Ravens after their last 2 wins.
Yes.
well, Derrick Henry's looked like a man-child.
Beast.
Like, do you realize how big he is? He's Dustin's size,
And he
height,
runs like that.
and he runs faster than cornerbacks. That's scary. That is scary.
I still can't believe that the 87-yard run for a touchdown last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, was the longest in Ravens history.
Yeah, considering they had Jamal Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a little video. Okay, you got to watch from the start. I was sent this one.
Oh, that's good.
So the Ravens, Bills, and then, there's Derrick Henry.
Yeah, essentially.
It was, anyone that's seen, I think that's Monsters University. Monsters Inc. University, or whatever it was called. There's a football thing that they've connected with that. No, Derrick Henry's look good, but Lamar's playing a little better. They should be 3-1 this season. They blew it against the Raiders.
You blew it.
They blew it against the Raiders. This is the EST Hangout live on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola, Jay Milne with you here. Portions of this hour brought to you by the iProduct Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, iProductMarketing.com. Tommy and I both wearing our EST gear. Jay choosing not to rep EST
He had it on
location.
earlier this week.
On location.
We would have been all twinning.
That'd been great.
Well, I'm new to this. Nobody's told me nobody's told me once what to do.
You
how
look
you're
great.
supposed
Don't
to
worry
do
about it.
No,
this
you're fine.
thing.
You look
I thought at
just
least I
fine.
could represent the team colors.
We got the new store of EST coming up this month. I actually have a call with Chelsea from the Hive later today to figure that one out fully. So stay tuned for that. Redbeard Raiders are just better, Matty. Come on, Redbeard. Nice fourth quarter, but you can't say that they're better yet. We'll see what happens between the Yankees and the Royals, because Redbeard is a Royals fan, which is not something I was ever expecting to hear, but there you go.
I didn't know that till yesterday. I think it came up where Redbeard's a Royals fan, but yeah, to each their own.
We got to qualify someone momentarily for the EST FlyAway to LA, presented by 780. But first, let's give away a pair of tickets to
Let's
the
do
Edmonton
it.
Elks. I got 2 pairs of tickets tomorrow. Elks take it on the Riders. It is the 2nd annual Tailgate Chili Cook-Off. Elks are Turf District, Edmonton Sports Talk, and you need a barbecue presenting it. Starts at 2. Tailgate starts at 2. People are allowed in probably from 2:30 until game time. The Chili Cook-Off will get going, so you could go on down, try some people's chilies, and you can go vote on it and put in your ballot. I would say this, because I remember it from last year. I said till 5, kickoffs at 5. Chili's going to run out. You're going to
That's a
want to
good
be there.
point.
You're going to want to be there about
Get
2:30,
there early.
3. Before 4 o'clock, you're going to want to be there, because if you're not, you're going to miss out on the chili. And then there's the Elks game afterwards. We have 2 tickets. We want to send you to that. If you can go, we don't want to also give these tickets away and then you not use them. If you could go to the Elks game tomorrow, want to go to the Elks game tomorrow for 2, it does include Directors Club access. Just text us, 780-218-9999. Your prediction for the game. Just tell me who wins. Elks Riders. Text that in right now to 780-218-9999, and you will go into a draw for those 2 tickets to see the Elks take on the Riders. Thanks to those tickets from Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge, where Jay and I will be tomorrow anyways, starting at 4 o'clock with the Green and Gold Kickoff Show. Cheese and jalapeno smoky is the game day special. 6 o'clock lager on special, as well as the prime rib sandwich is the daily special.
Yum.
For I believe $12.99. Eric had their steak yesterday. Their entire menu is great. We'll be there starting at 4 o'clock. Actually, part of what you could do is you could, go on down to Century, take the train to Commonwealth, go to the chili cook-off, go to the game, come back on the train to Century, come see Jay and I, and then go have some fun on the games, which Jay was very successful at last week.
Strummy's here. Bumblebee Tuna, Strummy.
Round of clicks.
All right, round of clicks for Strummy. He's going out to do the radar gun.
Oh, yeah.
Shooting,
sticks. Brought sticks and everything.
I love it. 91?
91. Is that the leader in the clubhouse?
Oh, 113.
113, Dusty.
Wow. But that was only a wrist shot, right? That was a slapper?
Oh, really? Get a longer stick.
Lot of.
It's, I don't know, like a hammer job. Like, just crushed it.
Your back's going to hurt.
Come on down to South Fort Chevrolet here in Fort Saskatchewan. You could take a slap shot radar booth. It's set up. You can go try yourself. What was Dusty again?
100 and what?
113. That's apparently the record at the moment. We got the Fort Sask AAA U17 team. They'll be on site later helping with the barbecues. There'll be German pretzels, bratwurst in the afternoon. But you can come see how you stack up against that Fort Sask AAA U17 team. And the Boys and Girls Club of Fort Sask, they'll be on site accepting donations for their youth program. In need of school snacks for kids to participate in their program. We've got a Colorado in the showroom right now that we're looking to fill with some donations. So bring those down.
Chevy Colorado ZR2 Bison Edition. This thing is gnarly.
It's beefy.
It's beefy.
It's got the mutters on there.
Got all the beef.
I ain't bringing that into our condo parkade.
I don't think it would fit. Maybe it would. Maybe it's low enough.
It would, but I would not do well in tight corners.
I don't know how you have the tandem stall on the one. I don't know how you park when there's already a vehicle in the one.
That was actually very easy to learn. The first car has to be you have to have a car there. You can't do two big vehicles. But that's very easy. It's basically a parallel park. That's all it is.
It's a very, very tight space.
I will say backup cameras are very wonderful.
Backup cameras are great.
To get nice and close.
I feel like I know how you do it. You go, you turn the corner, and then you reverse, then you go up the ramp, then you reverse down with the backup camera.
Herm Edwards emailed. Oh, Dusty's not listening right now.
Herm missed his hit today.
Yeah, and he emailed. We send them a link on an account. He just emailed back. What time's the show? I'm on the West Coast. I have an SC hit at 10:30 my time.
Come on the Hangout, Herm.
Herm just emailed
us.
Whoever, Trev, when he sent him the link, he just responded. He said, what time is the show? I'm on the West Coast. I have an SC hit at 10:30 my time.
Let's bring Herm on.
You might need to,
Tell him it's on right now.
I don't know why you don't do that. Okay, because I used to always do that with the insiders, the day of.
Why don't we have them on? We just say it's right now. It's in 10 minutes, and have them on the Hangout.
No, we're sold out at the moment of hats, but the store's coming up in the...
Oh, Strummy's got one in this.
Yes, okay. I will have that for you.
Yeah.
We're good. He went somewhere. Yeah. So this is the Hangout. We need to qualify someone.
Yes, let's qualify
for the EST
someone.
FlyAway.
See you, Strummy.
To Los Angeles, presented by the 780, 780.com for more information on them. It's the word 780.com. We want to send you to LA to go see Clippers and the Warriors at the new Intuit Dome, Rams, Cardinals, Edmonton, either LA or Anaheim, flights, hotel, car, December 26th to December 30th. That's what we want to do for you to get into this. You just got to text in the keyword. And then you have about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to have to quickly step aside, make the call.
Yep.
And then I will connect them, and you guys can have a nice chat with our qualifier.
Sounds
good. But what you have to do is text 780-218-9999 Arizona. Arizona, 780-218-9999. That's in the Arizona Cardinals. We'll be taking on the LA Rams at SoFi Stadium. You will be able to see this if you win this trip.
Cardinals win that night.
Not if they're playing the Commanders.
We're talking about the Rams.
They're taking on the Rams.
Right.
They already beat them.
They're not going. We're not sending them Washington.
Remind Tommy that.
Yes, last weekend was rough. I was with Claire watching the game at a local establishment for Quinn, the Commissioner's birthday last weekend. Yeah.
Must have missed the invite. That's twice now.
She didn't send it to you?
No.
Oh.
She sent it to me. Said I said to the boys that there's a birthday, and she sent one. Were you not?
I'm not.
Did you see her when she came in for the hangout?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you weren't there?
No.
Okay.
Anyway,
That might make sense.
Yeah, what else?
Cardinals are winning against the Rams on that trip.
Just like
Enjoy
this-
it.
I'm just
Cardinals lost to his
I'm just
Commanders.
I'm the
last
fire
weekend.
hydrant.
I was watching
of
with
EST.
Claire.
That's what I am. I'm
No,
the fire hydrant of
Jay doesn't
EST.
think he got an invite to Quinn's birthday on Sunday.
Well, I
Yeah, it was a
didn't.
lot of fun too.
I don't know if I.
We had a great time.
I didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did she say my?
She said invite everyone but Jay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
The
that
FlyAway
makes
to
sense.
LA, it is presented by 780. Just another lame-ass, low-budget local shop, homegrown right here in Edmonton. Both it's the shop name and their in-house clothing brand. Check them out online, 780.com, or at any of their 5 locations: Southgate, Londonderry, Kingsway, St. Albert, or the Outlet Mall by the airport. There you go.
All right,
People are going to text that in right now. And then I will
Sona.
qualify someone right away.
I am worried about the Cardinals. Everybody was like, they're so plucky this year. Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., Budda Baker, and then they're out of the gates 1-3. I'm not surprised.
Close
at all.
game against the Bills to start.
Yeah.
Like, it got away from them in the second half.
The Rams, and then they've dropped the last. Detroit was tough, and then Jaden Daniels just picked them apart last week.
Oh, 49ers this week. Then
Yeah,
the Packers,
yeah,
then the
it's not going
Chargers.
good.
Well, then you get Dolphins, Bears, Jets, Seahawks, Vikings, Seahawks, Pats, Panthers, Rams, 49ers. They'll be like an 8-win team.
Yeah,
8-9 win team.
on the up and up. But like the last couple of weeks have been humbling. That
Could beat the
Commanders
Rams, should beat the Panthers, should beat the Patriots. You could maybe Seahawks are pretty good. Maybe Jets,
Seahawks
maybe
are good.
Bears. Dolphins should be able to beat.
Yes.
That's 6 wins. So you had 7. Can you snag one other one?
maybe
to get to 8.
If they start riding high, and I don't know, but it's been tough sledding with the Kyler Murray era.
Actually-
Except for 1 year. 1 year they made the playoffs.
Jay, how you feeling about your over/under 6.5 for the Elks?
Oh,
That's how I'm feeling.
okay.
I mean,
Very
it could
descriptive.
happen. It
I
could
think
happen.
it's like-
It's stupid to
think-
say, but getting the win this weekend would make me feel a lot more comfortable.
They'll get one more after that, for sure. And they'll get you
Calgary
to
or
7.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Is
I think they get. I think
It's
they win the
amazing
final
to
two.
me that this
7.
is actually coming down to this, like to the last 3 games. It's like the odds makers know what they're doing at Coolbet.
they're good. They're very good.
It's like they know what they're doing.
Yep.
Gosh darn it.
Is a 7 or even 6 win season a success in your eyes for the Elks? Considering the 4-14
Yeah,
last year.
that was the question that was asked on the Green Zone. Is like evaluating Jarius Jackson, is that good enough? And for the season, no, 7-8 wins isn't. But if you're evaluating the interim part of this and everything post Chris Jones, yeah. Because at one point we thought this team might not win a game this year.
No.
They looked that bad. You know, after that Hamilton loss, when they got smoked here in Edmonton,
Yeah.
it was hard to be like, yeah, this team's going to go be able to rattle off 2-3
Yeah, but that's when
wins.
Trey Ford came in late in the game with
Spark.
scored 22 points in 9 minutes.
Okay, during that game then. Like, okay, at halftime of that game. When you're looking at the rest of the season, you were thinking this was a bad football team.
That was
Yeah.
when you asked Jarius directly,
If he was
are you
putting,
going to put Trey Ford in? And
said no.
no.
I'm like, okay.
Well, there you have it.
Well.
There's
And
the
then
answer.
they got -2 yards in the third quarter offensively, and then put in Trey in the fourth, and
But yeah, in the end,
away
like,
they went.
a good turnaround for this season. But in the
Yeah.
end, it isn't also good enough because they did fire a coach and a GM still
And they
this
started 0-7.
Yeah.
Which
And-
I suppose is better than the 0-9 start last year.
And
but
that's where
ridiculously bad.
season. For me with Jerry is, I think he has to make the playoffs for any shot of being back as head coach.
Wow, that's it.
If you
it's
make the
tough.
playoffs, that's a pretty big deal.
Absolutely
Like
it
that to
is.
me is, I don't know how you move on from him at that point. And especially with the hill that he would have to climb. If he climbs this hill, okay, incredible.
Hell of a feat.
But beyond that, I think the only way he'd have to return is if you don't feel there's someone better.
Who's out there?
That's the question.
Not La Police.
No, he's a great OC. He's not a great head
I
coach.
laugh at
I
that
think we've
because
seen that
it's like
twice.
The CFL has an incredible capability to regurgitate coaches.
People have talked about Mark Killam.
Sadly, Mark Killam.
I'm not sold on Mark Killam.
Well, because he hasn't. His name's been up so many times.
Yes.
And nobody seemed to take a chance.
Why hasn't he gotten that job? And
I
I've
don't know.
seen it. Like Richie Hall was one of those guys that he was always rumored to get it, and then he finally got it, and it just didn't go. I'm not sold on Mark Killam.
Noel Thorpe.
This is where I think the coaching cap hurt the Canadian Football League, is because they had less money that they could spend on coaches, so they had to tighten things up, and more coaches had to take on more roles. And there wasn't a spot. You weren't going to waste some money, like in their eyes, on a younger coach to develop them because you only had so many coaches you could bring on staff now. And to me, I thought the coaching cap was always going to hurt future perspective OCs, DCs, and head coaches in this game.
Mm-hmm. They need to get rid of the coaching cap.
Or need some sort of revision to it.
Yeah. I think just get rid of it altogether.
I'm going to call somebody.
Let's call somebody. What say you, Jay?
Hey, nasty crew.
What say you? We got a prediction here. Elks 28, Riders 17. That's from accountant Sean. What else? Nobody likes the Cardinals, Tommy. I know. I'm like one of 3 fans in Alberta. I understand. Totally get that, and that was part of when I signed up. Arizona, Bruce needs this win today after that kind of easy trivia. Yeah, Bruce was terrible on kind of easy trivia today. Like, embarrassingly bad. That we had to hear Roseanne Barr sing the national anthem.
Oh, no. So I missed it. Tell me what happened.
I think Dusty started with, what was it? Who did the Oilers play tonight? Bruce missed that one. Who did the Elks play? Bruce did not get that one. It was, what position does Baker Mayfield play? Bruce did get that one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was a weak showing in performance. Who won the game last night?
If you happen to be chosen, the boys will give you a call.
You got the Baker Mayfield one.
If you don't answer, we're going to have to go to the next person.
Yeah. Yeah, he got that one. Who did the Oilers play? Yeah, it was like,
The last one he would have got.
no, and
The New York team just still.
yeah, which New York team's still in the playoffs in baseball? Both. Both. But anyway, it was like, and he came out of the gates guns a-blazing too. He's like, oh, I'm like, this guy's going to get it. Confidence, swagger. And I'm listening on my drive into South Fort Chev, and he just gasses it. I was like, ooh, tough one on the miss on the first one. Then he gets Baker Mayfield. I'm like, okay, he's back. Then misses the Oilers one, misses the Elks one, and the ticker ran out. I honestly thought that the boys had extended the ticker for him. Not the case. Not the case.
Terrible.
Oh, well. Bruce, maybe next time. But he's texting into the Paris Jewelers inbox. 780-218-9999 says he needs a win today. But who do we have? Who? Jamie. Jamie's on the line. Hello, Jamie. How you doing?
How's it going, boys?
Doing good. You are next qualifier for our FlyAway to LA trip. Congratulations, my man.
Thanks, my friend. That's awesome.
Hey, been to L.A.? Have you done this before? Have you been to an NFL game?
Been to LA, but never been to an NFL game, and would really look forward to doing that.
So who is your NFL team?
Well, you know what? The Packers right now. So, you know,
Okay.
they are my team. I'm sticking with them, and you know, it's up and down for me. So.
Well, it's the same as Jordan Love. The jury is out. Well, congratulations. We will be drawing this. Make sure you are by your phone.
Yes.
On November
25th?
29th. As we will send somebody to fly away to L.A. courtesy of the 780. So thank you very much. Congrats and good luck.
Thanks, boys. Have a good day.
Awesome stuff. Jamie, our next qualifier in the FlyAway to LA. Nicely done, Iwanyk, getting that all set up. But I think you even quickly read him the rules and regulations.
Yeah.
No, I have the standard. It brings me back to the old time of being at 1260. I do the quick.
He was doing the rules and regulations on the call.
I always like to give the quick heads up, which is we qualify people until the 28th. 29th is the morning show draw. If your name's chosen, the boys will call you, and if you don't answer, we move on to the next person. It's just the standard stuff that you always.
I know. I'm just teasing.
I think that's how it always would go. I hope the boys are doing that.
So your next chance to qualify for those that did not get in is coming up on EST afternoons with Hernan and Gager, and then the Reed Wilkins show from 3 to 6. We will be qualifying another contestant. And then tomorrow, right, Tommy, on Hello Hockey.
Yes, we'll have another edition of Hello Hockey. Looks like Craig Conroy will be joining us from the Calgary Flames. And Dave Pagnotta, who's in Quebec City. The LA Kings, $7 million to go play in Quebec City a couple of games. As well as Jesse Kirschenbaum from B Clutch Merchandise and Apparel. It's kind of like a hockey-themed apparel company. And then we also have a giveaway, EA Sports NHL 25. EA Sports has provided us with a couple of copies to give away. We'll give away one tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's going to be a fun show. 10 to noon right here on EST. And then if you're in Calgary and Vancouver, you can also listen there.
That's
on
exciting.
Sportsnet Radio. Yep.
Good for you.
Thanks, bruh.
So somebody had said earlier that Baker Mayfield was on a podcast, and I looked it up. Apparently said that when Tom Brady there, it was a stressful locker room and almost distracting. So that's an interesting, thing
Because
to
he's
say.
the GOAT. Expectation, right?
I guess. I mean, is it stressful because you're walking on glass around Tom Brady because he is the greatest of all time, or is it stressful because he's a dick?
Well, sometimes those great players, they do. Like we've heard, I think Nathan McKinnon. Like you have to be careful what you
Demanding.
eat around him.
Yeah.
Ray Lewis was a guy that he would take chips from you and throw them away if you were eating in front of him, type thing.
Oh, what a
like
waste.
I wonder if Tom Brady really got into his fitness, brand and stuff, and I wonder if there was an issue with maybe you don't want to piss off Tom because I'm eating the wrong thing, or is he so demanding also of practice time and all that, and if you're not living up to Tom Brady's standard, he's gonna look down on you or something like that.
It's interesting. I've obviously seen it in hockey. Yager would be around a room, and Joe Sakic, Mike Modano, and imagine being a 19, 20-year-old just cracking it an NHL lineup. You're watching these guys, and you saw them win Stanley Cups, and you'd have their hockey cards, and you play the video game, and they were the best players in the game, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's my teammate. There is that aura that they come with, and they might not give it off knowingly, but I could see what Baker Mayfield would be saying about Tom Brady. Tom Brady was 7-time champ. Yeah, he's the GOAT. And then
He's the
there's
best,
a
there's no question.
certain way that they carry themselves, and it would be intimidating. Maybe you could describe it as stressful, but I would assume there's just a natural intimidation factor. And then if you get to know them, if they open up to you and they're good with the rookies, that's when I think it eases that stress. But some guys might not want that. They might want that persona and be like, no, you need to be at this level. It doesn't matter if you're a rookie or a vet. We need you here, and I'm going to set the bar by being a dick around the locker room. I don't know. I don't know,
that seems very anti-locker room.
I know,
what I
but
mean?
football's different, right? You know
Traditionally,
football.
it's
You
a
played.
looser, and much the same as an NHL locker room, I would imagine. I mean, not in game. In game is totally different than during the week of practice and whatnot. But yeah, interesting comments. And as we all know, everything can be taken out of context as well.
The other thing I'll add is that might be one Patriots way type of way of doing things Tom Brady did. And we've heard a lot about New England and how they're either you loved playing there or you hated playing there. And you loved playing for Bill Belichick, you hated it. It was very business there. I don't know if there's a lot of fun with the Patriots ever. And maybe Tom was bringing the Patriots there and the Bucs weren't of that
Until
mindset.
Randy Moss showed up and demanded Bill Belichick show up in costume for
Yes.
their Halloween party.
Yes.
I thought that was so
But
hilarious.
we got some
Oh,
Italian center
Spinelli's.
Spinelli's donuts.
Oh,
I'm
baby,
guessing
that is
donuts
clutch.
being dropped off here at South Force Chev. But that's that's why I want to maybe it was just Tom Brady bringing his one Patriots way to Tampa, but Tampa doesn't go to that full. They like to mix in a little bit of fun.
I would.
That's why I miss Kahari Jones in the Canadian Football League as a head coach. He looked like he was having fun coaching the Montreal Alouettes. There was one game I remember, it was 3 minutes left, he's dancing. The music was playing,
like
he's
that.
moving around. There's a coach that just is having fun. That's not real.
There's a guy that probably deserves a second.
He-
Where
I
is
would
he now?
take
Is
him
he in
at-
college
no.
football? He's just hanging around.
He was OC of Ottawa last year.
Okay.
Didn't get brought back this year and doesn't have a job. I would have a lot of time. Here's the thing. I would have a lot of time at the very least for Kahari as the OC of the Elks next year.
Well, he's familiar. He played here. He's back up for a year.
I'd have a lot of time for that one.
Seems like a
Bob
easy
Dice
guy.
always seems like he's having fun in Ottawa.
He's
like a
the
fun
one
level.
that I would argue against me when I said with Mark Killam, why are you in the conversations a lot? It's probably I wouldn't hire that person. He's a guy that was
That
bounced
happened to
around
him,
a little
yeah.
bit. He finally got the job and he's doing well.
Yeah.
I will say he's the counter to what I was saying a little bit earlier. I'll give credit for that
I
one.
wanted to ask you, Tom, too, while we have it, and before Claire from South Fort Chev comes on here at 10:30, the Oilers.
Yes.
Oh, before I get there,
Yeah.
can I just mention the official drink of the EST Hangout? It is the Finnish long drink, legend of 1952, sparkling alcoholic beverage, longdrink.com/Canada. You can enter your postcode and find where to get it. Absolutely delicious.
I wonder
We
what
didn't
the
bring them
rules-
here to drink.
I wonder
So,
what the rules on this would be of just cracking one right now.
yeah, I don't think that would look good.
Why? I mean,
for the business
This
of
is
the
a place
dealership.
of business.
Yeah, for us, no. I think
not
it's
our
cool.
fun house
I think the
back-
place. I don't need that. So,
we'll have to ask Claire. We'll have to ask Claire.
so I'll let you continue now.
Yeah.
Do you think the Oilers have lost grit going into this campaign?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Evander Kane brings a lot of grit. Warren Fogle, he would muck it up.
Yep.
But you add some with Arvidsson. I know Josh Brown is supposed to be the replacement of Vinny Desharnais, and he's getting dumped on for having an underwhelming preseason, which is totally fair. I'm curious to see, give these guys Emberson, Brown, Stetcher, a little, maybe Dermott. Dermott's certainly trending in the right direction. If he's playing tonight and has a good showing, then I could see him getting a contract. It's possible that they can have team toughness and team grit, but from the outside looking in, you go, yeah. And I think Evander Kane has a lot to do with that. So is he going to kill them? I don't think so.
What about a guy like Arvidsson? He's
gritty.
He's a gritty guy.
Yeah, he's a pain in the ass.
He is, right?
Yes.
But he just needs to stay healthy.
That's the key right there. He's a pain in the ass to play
But
against.
having that level of grit on the second line, that's nice, especially with a player like Leon, who himself has that edge. You can say, right?
He's big body, bruising at times.
So when does all this shake out? I mean, tonight's their
last showing for these guys on defense.
Yeah,
and that's simple as that.
So do you think the Oilers will does this happen on Sunday? Does this happen on Monday, where the team is now formed?
Well, they have to have the roster in, I think,
Monday?
a couple days before the start of season.
So Wednesday's the season opener.
Monday or Tuesday, you have to declare your roster. Today's an important game, and then so was the Seattle game for Brown and Dermott to kind of make a case for themselves. And I mean, between the two, I think Dermott had the better game. I don't think many people are going to disagree. But the one thing we'll talk about it on the oil stream too. People are really ragging on Brown, and I'll say Reed used the proper term. I think he's had an underwhelming preseason and training camp, but let's see what he can do. And you know what, the noise gets amplified here because it is a diehard Oilers market. But I don't want to jump all over him. But yes, I agree with most people. You'd want to see more out of him. The grit thing, though, Jay, there's ways to make up for it, and I think just slightly less grit, especially with Evander Kane being out. So yeah, I think they have less grit, but we'll see what they can do.
Oil Stream at noon on Edmonton Sports Talk. Coming up at 7 o'clock tonight, though, right here at Edmonton Sports Talk as well. It is the Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Hernan Salas. There'll also be a postgame show tonight, as this game is available on Sportsnet. So you can watch this last preseason game out in Vancouver, as the Vancouver Canucks crew usually does this game. They'll bring it to you so you can watch it, and then you can come back to Edmonton Sports Talk on TuneIn, iHeart, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, or on YouTube and catch the Oil Stream postgame show with Tommy and Hernan later today as well. I want to get that out there.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. Full pull. And Hernan seemed to be doing pretty good with the different style of producing, right? You were helping him out the other night.
Yeah, Hernan's going to be great. The thing he needs to just figure out, I think, is just getting it on the air.
Okay.
There's a lot that goes into that part of it.
Yeah.
And then after that, he's fine.
He should
He's
have come
pretty
to
great.
Zach's
tutorial.
I
think he was there.
Look who's coming up here.
Hey.
Francis from the Dill Pickle Hockey Show.
He's got his Dill Pickle Hockey Show.
The thing is, I'll also have to, Hello Hockey, I don't know if your graphics will be done for tomorrow, because we don't have time to always jump into the Wirecast because we're on the air.
Right.
But on Monday, I'm going in to redo all of those things.
Awesome.
So they'll be good to go.
Okay.
Which text are we going to get to?
Just this one quickly. Remember the tickets we gave away to the Elks game?
Yeah.
It says, what does it mean that they're director level tickets? Let me tell you about director level. It's a club, south side of the stadium, above the locker rooms, and it's nice and warm, and there's some snacks there, and you can buy drink tickets, and there's a bar there where you can get them. It's absolutely fantastic.
Fancy.
It's very weird because Century has these tickets that we've been giving away all year.
Yeah.
You gotta get two. Who's our winner again? I forgot. Sorry. To the text, I've already forgot his name. Apologies. I'm confusing with a bunch of people. So I actually have to send 2 pairs of tickets. So there's 2 tickets to sit in the seats, and then there's the access to. Thank you, the Zach. And then there's access to the Directors Club.
Yes.
So you get actually 4 tickets, but it's only for 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need a different ticket to get into the club.
Yes, that's how that goes.
I love Directors Club. And Murray has executive directors club. And we
Yeah,
went
he's
watching
further
it.
down.
Yeah.
He's
But
further down.
Directors club's
So.
fantastic, especially when the weather is not ideal.
I want to get to AccuSteel Road Warriors, brought to you by AccuSteel Heavy Haul Trailers, custom manufacturing of heavy haul trailers for mining, oil, and gas. Leaders in the transport industry. Get on the road with your large load. Peace of mind. AccuSteel.ca. The road teams. The NHL begins today.
Yep. This afternoon.
11 o'clock this morning. You've got the Devils taking on the Sabres. And then tomorrow, the Capitals and the Bruins. Where are the Sabres and...
Prague, I believe.
Is that one Prague?
Yeah.
Why won't ESPN let me click it? It won't let me click it. It is the Global Series.
Yes.
So that gets going tonight. Tomorrow, they also play 8 o'clock tomorrow. Oh, that's a preseason game, the Bruins Capitals. Sorry, I was looking at that wrong. The Global Series, it's today, tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Devils, Sabres, 11 o'clock this morning. So coming up in just over 30 minutes time. And then 8 a.m. tomorrow, Devils, Sabres. While you're doing Hello Hockey, you'll have a...
We'll have a game to
Yeah,
talk
it'll
about.
be a little bit of a game to talk about.
Yep.
You'll be able to see like the third period of all that.
Yes, absolutely. The Global Series is really neat. Obviously, we saw the Oilers and Devils in, they went to Cologne and somewhere else. Sweden? I believe. It's a way to get the NHL. It's just like how the NFL goes to Europe. They do the London games. I think there's some coming up, and then they go to Mexico City. NHL, same thing. Your boots on the ground, skates on the ice in hockey mad countries and spreading the game. I heard Australia that the league wants to go back there because it was so well received when they did preseason games there a year ago. Yeah, that's a good one. There's a good contingent of Commonwealth Canadians down there.
Golden Bears defenseman Marc Lajoie on our show yesterday, and he was over taking on. They did the trip over to Belfast.
Yeah,
played the Belfast Giants.
Cool.
That was. He said it was very, very good hockey.
They're good players.
Yeah.
Edmonton played a German team in Cologne that year.
Yeah.
And then
The
they took
Cologne
on
Sharks,
the Devils in Sweden. Maybe? I'm seeing it in Sweden. Yeah, that's them.
Yeah.
Cologne.
Kölner.
Hi.
They're Sharks.
And then I remember that game because they got destroyed by the Devils. It was not a good start to the year. Atief's now coming in.
Wheels. Right to the Corvette. Right to the Corvette.
Right
wheels
to the
go.
Corvette. So
Yeah.
that's what's going on. In the CFL tonight, you do have BC hosting Calgary in the late game. The first game is Hamilton hosting Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Elks tomorrow at 8 o'clock, BC Calgary. And then really what matters is Yankees gets going tomorrow.
Whatever.
Hey, there
Go
is
Mets.
a chance of a Subway Series, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The last time that happened was what?
2000?
Was it 2000?
I think so.
Remember Piazza was on that?
Yeah,
Yep.
Mike Piazza.
Yeah, the two things,
Why do I remember Piazza the most out of that series?
Because was there not a fight in that one, and
Oh, he
Roger
threw the
Clemens threw the
bat.
bat back at Piazza?
Yes, that's right.
I will say this, for baseball perspective, like the league office, they either want the Subway Series or they want Yankees-Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's what they would want. For fans' perspectives, I would say
Mets.
people would love to see them. I think people would love to see the Padres.
Yeah.
I think the Padres could get people on the American League side. I don't know. I don't think the Royals are as sexy. Like, I think people could get behind the Guardians. No one's getting behind the Yankees. No? Tigers?
Hey,
Yes.
Tigers. Yeah.
So Tigers,
Likeable.
Royals?
Do you know the Tigers shared? You know who sent me this?
Who? What?
Pat Janex sent me a little
Oh,
snippet
Pat.
the other day. Where is it here? Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Switch accounts. This was an interesting stat because it was essentially saying that Sorry, guys, this is terrible.
No, it's fun.
That's okay. I'm Instagramming right now.
On August
I was being
10th,
an
the
influencer.
Detroit Tigers were 55-63. They just ended the Astros' run of 7 straight appearances in the ALCS. Also on August 10th, the Jays were also 55-63. So think of that. The Jays and the Tigers on August 10th shared the same record.
Huh?
And here the Tigers are.
Run it back for the Jays.
And just beat Norman Combine's
Run
Astros.
it back. Bring back Ross Atkins. Bring back Mark
they
Shapiro.
are.
Oh, they will.
Run it back, baby. Run
are.
it back.
Awesome. They are.
Also,
That's a great
just
idea.
quickly, Bonnie Dune Ron saying, well, how about Ten Hag? Do you think he'll have a job by Christmas, Matt? Which I responded, will he have a job by Monday? Will he have a job by Monday? I don't know. It wasn't... it's not going well. I gave him the start of this season, but change. I think it's maybe time for that. Maybe time for that. That's my little Manchester United. Also, somebody did quickly say, am I going to rant about Washington State not being ranked? Of course not. They lost last weekend. They don't deserve to be ranked now. Before that, they did, but they didn't deserve. Well, one of these...
Bring Claire?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to get a
in.
chair. I don't know.
We need a chair for Claire.
Let's see if we could all squeeze in
We can all
here.
squeeze.
And the headsets for her.
Right there.
We're going to bring in Claire from a South Fort onto the
Chev,
show.
yeah. Come on in, Claire. We're going to get the camera and everything set up. Very
Let's see
nice.
how that goes. And then I'll move the camera out.
Okay. Maddie's going to... Hello, Claire.
Hi.
How are you? There you go. Yeah, move the mic close to your mouth there. Very good.
It's a little wet.
What?
What?
Who
Who was using this?
Nobody's been using it. Nobody's been using it. Yeah, that looks... Yeah, Maddie, good job. There you go. Camera's all set up. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us. This has been fantastic so far today. Give everybody a refresher what we're doing because there's Oktoberfest. We're bringing in snacks for kids. What else?
Yeah, well, we wanted to get some donations for the Boys and Girls Club of Fort Sask, and they run some sports programs after school and are in need of snacks and even sports equipment, things like that, so we want to fill up the truck.
Got the AAA team coming out too.
Yeah, we sponsor a U17 team here in the fort, and we asked for 4 or 6 of them to come by in jerseys, and 14 of them and 2 coaches are coming.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
Good
excited.
turnout.
We're going to have the head coach on the Reed Wilkins show later.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Now
they'll be here at 4 o'clock.
This is the AAA Fort Saskatchewan
Rangers. South
Rangers.
Fort
It is
Chevrolet
always
Rangers.
South Fort
Uh-huh.
Chevrolet Rangers.
Yeah,
so it
that's
is still
right.
the Rangers. That's an iconic uniform they have too, because
Yeah, it is.
it is like the New York Rangers jersey.
Yes, it is.
It's awesome.
Very much the same.
So Claire, I gotta say, this is unlike, and this is just to give people I guess a picture of where we're at and what we're seeing. But this is not like most car dealerships, truck dealerships that
Yeah.
you've seen, and you can feel it.
Yeah, it's a casual, comfortable, but still professional, I'd say.
Yeah, I get the sense that the people that are here that are, walking around helping you decide what vehicle is best for you probably drive those vehicles too.
For sure.
And have a lot more knowledge. It just feels a lot more, like Maddie's
very at
home
home.
style, like Maddie's home style chili.
Yeah,
Kinda, it
don't
feels
say
like that.
traditional. It's home style.
But
Home style.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. Like I haven't seen a 18-year-old with, short pants
Yeah.
and no socks and
Yeah.
dress shoes walking
Oh,
around.
I just saw one walk by.
Well, speak of the devil.
But he's not a salesman.
Oh, okay.
No, but you know what I mean?
I
Like,
do, yeah.
I get the sense that the people that are here that are doing this know what they're talking about. Our truck drivers are from the community.
Yeah.
And they, polish may not be the best word, but they know what the heck they're talking about.
Yeah, they live in Fort Sask and the surrounding area. It's a real neighborly vibe around here for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And we were talking earlier on the show. I mean, for you guys to get out here is really
It was
nothing,
easy.
right?
It was very easy.
From
yeah.
downtown Edmonton.
Yeah.
You're right in the start of the morning. It was very simple, very easy, very quick.
First time for me driving out here at 6 a.m., but yeah, it was quick. I live in the city too.
Yeah, that must have been a little bit of to see what they say this radio gig's easy, but for these boys to get up and be here at 6 a.m. every day, it's an early morning.
I can't do it.
It's hard. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day wrecker.
Very-
Why don't you tell us about what's going on here in terms of deals for this event, or if the savings that customers can take advantage of if they are in the market for something?
Yeah, we'd love to see people come in today and throughout the rest of the month. But for today, what we're going to do is some kind of special for each show on your program. So
Nice.
right now we have free 3M and free oil changes for life for
What?
whoever buys a new vehicle.
Nice.
And then this afternoon we'll see if we can do some big discounts on a truck here or something like that to see if we can get someone in.
The 3M is huge because it's the cover on the hood basically,
Yeah.
right? And especially if you're doing a lot of highway,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
with the rock chips and all that. So I always on my car, I can see them and it just pisses me off because I have a black vehicle and I can see the little nicks in there.
Yeah.
So the 3M I think is a really nice touch.
Yeah, a lot of people get it. I have it on my mind because I didn't on my last one, and yeah,
Chipped up.
And
chipped
you
up.
see
Yeah.
it.
You see it.
It's the details, man.
Free oil changes for life. Imagine
That's a big
That's
deal.
huge too.
That'd be
That is
awesome.
huge too.
I'd actually get my oil changed at the proper time.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're looking for a
go more
vehicle,
often.
yeah, you got a good classic Chevy here. You get whatever you want, and then 3M, and then free oil changes, and then you got something else cooking
Yeah,
for
we
later
got
on in the
that.
other shows.
We'll get that going till noon, and then we'll switch it up.
I was saying, I'm just, I got a little break here in between my show or this show and the Reed Wilkins show, and I might ask to hit the sales floor and take a few leads, and take a few ups.
I love it.
That's
I'll try to
classic
sell.
Jay.
Yeah.
I
could
See, I was driving in and they were talking about who could sell here. I was like, I can't believe that it wasn't an immediate Jay.
It wasn't unanimous. I'll just put it that way.
It wasn't like an immediate Jay could sell a car.
There was good looks for Tom and.
Yeah, but I'd be scared to talk to people. I'm just kidding. No,
Yeah,
I'd be,
You
I'd be
scared
fine.
to talk to people.
Yeah, I'd be fine. I think it'd be funny.
We should do that as a challenge, like who can sell a car first.
Oh
No, not me.
Mm.
I sold at Sears. I knew I couldn't do commission.
Right.
I can't do it. I can't do the pressure of sales. I can't do any of that. I'm out.
Whereas
I'm out.
if you're good at it, that's what you want. 'Cause
Yes.
you're good,
But,
because commissions are good.
They are, but the other thing too is you're coming in for a vehicle. It's a big investment.
Yep.
And if I was a salesperson, I would know this, and it would weigh on my mind trying to talk somebody into buying a $79,000 the Colorado ZR2 Bison edition. I'd be like, oh, maybe they just need a lower edition.
No.
Yeah.
But Tom,
I would
here's the
feel
thing,
stressed.
Is that you're selling them one of the best trucks that's made.
Sure.
See, now
This is
here's
a
the salesman
Chevrolet
kicking in.
vehicle.
But here,
Yeah.
He's practicing.
I could probably sell it. I would know one vehicle if I was a car salesman, and that'd be the only thing I could sell. I couldn't. I wouldn't know how to be able to get the info on all the others.
Maddie's selling
But
Chevy
I'd be like,
Cruises.
oh, you want a car? No, you need this truck, and I just keep going to the one thing.
I'll say though, I think that's what makes South Fort Chev a little bit different.
Yeah.
Is that we don't sell you something that we don't think you can afford.
Ah.
So we're not gonna try and get you into something that you regret.
Well, and you can feel that.
I
when
want
you
that
come in
Corvette.
here, right?
I just know I can't answer the questions.
Tom. Sorry.
I would drop
You
the ball.
cannot afford that.
Yeah, you're getting the Chevette from '88 over there.
Yeah, this is Reno to you. No.
Yeah,
Say no. Okay, but that you get the feel around here. I mean, just you can see how, the management's flowing in and out of here, and it's just it seems like a family here.
Yeah.
Whereas there's other dealerships that, and we've all been to one.
Yeah.
Where it seems a little stuffy, a little pompous, a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's totally not the feel here. And I must say, probably one of the fanciest Nespresso machines
I was stunned by that. I walked by it.
I've ever seen.
I've never seen an espresso like that.
It made me
Yeah.
stop in my tracks. I was because I'm an espresso. We're an espresso household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that thing.
So there's a touch of fancy in here.
Holy
Yeah.
Dana.
The boss is a bit of a coffee snob, so
I respect that. man.
Yeah.
God bless him.
Hey,
Yes.
That's what you need.
I have a huge question to ask you. You and I celebrated the commish Quinn Phillips' birthday over the weekend.
yes, and my birthday.
And your birthday. Yeah, you had a nice weekend.
Jay
for
wasn't
sure.
invited.
Burying the lead. Anyway, I was there. The boys were invited, the whole crew, except for one J. Bartholomew Milne. Why is that, do you think?
We should call Quinn and ask her.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
did
get
you?
her on the phone.
Who wants
right
to text her? Well, just text
Yeah.
her.
In her defense, what did you do, Jay?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Was Jay
something?
invited?
I actually.
We could call her and put her onto
I
this
want,
board.
I want to
could.
get her on an answer.
Do you want me to call her right now?
Yeah,
Don't
let's
text
call.
her. Don't text her.
See if she can hop on.
I'll see if she just randomly. I don't know what the chance is. She'll just answer my call.
No, I am the fire
But we'll
hydrant.
see.
I am the fire hydrant of EST. Do you know what dogs do to fire hydrants? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. You used to wear that crown. Now I'm quickly becoming.
Look what we've started.
I would call her, but I don't think she'd answer. We got in a fight last night about trade etiquette in fantasy
Really?
football.
Okay, we
Oh, well, don't talk to him about that because it's touchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trade etiquette.
Okay, it might be ringing. I don't know if you guys will be able to
Okay,
hear this.
Well, I can hear it ringing.
okay,
Yeah, we
Here we go.
we'll see.
Busy with her downtown job.
Maybe.
Making sure downtown's okay.
Leave a message, Jay.
It
Leave
is
a
ringing.
message. If she doesn't answer,
I will.
Come on, Quinn.
Jay, you have to leave a message and say, I heard you're having a birthday party.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
You're leaving the
The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Quinn. Jay Milne here. Just wanted to. The boys were saying you have a birthday party coming up, so I just was wondering what I could bring and what time it's at. So hit me up, give me a shout, shoot me a text. Looking forward to it. Thanks. Bye.
There you go. There you go.
That's very good.
Let's see how that goes. Okay, what was the issue with the trade etiquette?
Well, Paulina and I were trying to tell Quinn that, well, actually what happened was Quinn has not won yet.
She's
0-4.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, no.
Because it doubles up, right?
That's
you
right.
guys were
So
telling me
she's
over the
0-8.
weekend.
Yeah, so she was saying that she's just going to dump her good players and she's going to give them to us. And
That's
we weren't-
collusion.
That's what we said.
Yeah.
We're like, that's collusion. You can't do that. And she's like, well, screw you guys. I'm going to give them to someone else then. And we're like, no. It's not we don't want them. It's that you can't do that. It's against the rules. And she's like, not my rules. And then we got into she just absolutely lost her mind. So
Wow, that is
Was
such
this
a cool
live
thing.
on the bits?
well, we record. So yes.
Okay, but
yeah, she got
will
up
be
and
on.
left.
It will be on the episode of the.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
she left?
Yeah, she left.
Wow.
She left for a bit. She came back.
Oh, she had to cool down.
Wow.
That's
Okay,
so
so what?
Eric.
But what was she going to get in return for giving away these players?
She didn't care. That was the whole point.
Oh, see, like, so there's not like getting draft picks for next year or something,
no,
or
she
rebuilding.
was just like, you know what? My season's over. And we're like, no, Quinn, you can't. It's her first year of fantasy. She said, you can't do that.
There's a lot.
I don't know if there's going to be a second year of fantasy on after this.
There's
And
a
then
lot
not
of football left.
15 minutes after they left and at the end of our recording, did I see a notification saying her and Paulina had made a trade.
Collusion.
Well, was it a good trade or was it like?
It was a fair trade,
Okay.
but, you know,
If
they
it's
left
fair, I
saying,
mean-
it was fair, it's fine, but they left saying, Quinn left saying, I am never going to trade with either of you ever. And 15 minutes later, there's a trade.
Wow. We got to talk to
Becoming the
Paulina
Dan
about this.
Snyder of this
Yeah.
fantasy league.
You're loving this.
Yeah,
So this
the-
argument is on the bits. It'll be out there.
Yeah, we'll see what makes the cut, but yeah. You'll
Hey,
hear Quinn.
While we're on the bits, can
And the cards for him too.
Can we talk about the genesis of the bits? And if you have not listened to, and obviously we want you to listen to all of our
Friends of EST, yes.
podcasts, Friends of EST podcasts, the bits. It's very entertaining. I must say, I listen to every episode.
It's on Apple. It's on Spotify.
That's nice of you. Thanks.
I really do. It is just I don't know.
Thebits.ca.
It's got a different lightness to it
Yeah.
that you just can't explain.
Yeah,
But
well,
you
we're
guys
three.
do it well.
We're three friends. We've known each other for a while, and Paulina and I had wanted to do something, and then we thought, you know what? I think we need a third, and we both said Quinn at the exact same time, and so it worked out.
Oh man.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
How many? That's the thing. How many episodes would you guys pump out? Like once every two weeks, kind of thing?
Yeah, over the summer, once every 2 weeks, and then when we can, we try and keep it once a week.
Yes.
But we keep it tight. It's about
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Easy to listen
yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, try to. We always
is.
go way over, but
The
cut it down.
intentions are good.
Intentions are good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Matt at the Garrison says controversy of the year, the bits.
Early candidate.
I mean, it could be. We could add it to the list right now.
I don't see why not.
The other one is also you not getting invited to just quit their birthday.
I mean,
That was just.
What did you
I
do?
don't,
I've
don't
kept
know.
my phone connected, so if she calls, like we could just answer.
I don't
live
know.
on
I'd
the
like to know. I'd like to know
me too.
what happened.
I would have invited you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
It was a
appreciate
lovely
that.
time.
I bet
But it was okay. It was your birthday too. So why didn't you
I was
invite
worried
me?
you might point that out. Yeah.
Claire's been pretty preoccupied with texts to me that are mostly involving what was happening here.
Okay.
So I understand that.
The answer would have been that Quinn's known him longer.
Yep. Which is true.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's on her to send that invite.
Right.
Yeah.
Quinn and I do go way back. We go back to like 02. at
Yeah.
U of
U of A.
A.
Because when I booked you the first hangout with the two of you on, I don't think you guys knew you each other were coming on or something. And then
Well,
I
then
told
you
one or
told
something,
me.
and I was like, "Oh, Quinn," and you're like, "I know Quinn." I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, also Jay knows everyone.
I know
I've learned
Quinn
that
from
over
high
my
school.
year of knowing you.
Well, I just, thanks, Quinn. No big deal. I wasn't doing any. I was busy that night, anyways. I don't know what night it
It's more of a
was.
daytime thing.
It was a daytime thing.
I was
yeah.
busy that day.
Yeah. We did get a question, Claire. I don't know if you could probably lead Sean in the right direction. It says, what kind of rates do they have on Silverado 1500 high countries?
Ooh, high countries. You'd have to ask a sales guy. But
Come on in, Sean.
Yeah, I know there are trim levels that are 0%,
Mm-hmm.
and so rates are really great. really,
Okay.
really good right now on 1500. So
Come on in and say
I
hi
like
to
a good
everybody.
Silverado. My
Come
dad had
talk-
a Silverado for a long time.
yeah, come talk to someone more
Great trucks.
qualified. But they're
Great trucks.
ready and waiting.
I know that was a kind of hard one. I'm sorry. It came from the inbox.
That's okay.
You handled it very well.
It's I mean, we put the ads out, so I know ish. But once you get into trim lines, it gets a little bit more information
To the
needed.
details.
Yeah.
High Country's a little fancy, isn't
That's
it?
the fanciest.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Huh. 0%.
0%.
God, it's like free money. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Buy a truck. April?
I was a customer before I worked here.
Were you?
Is that how you ended up?
Yeah, and I'm friends with the guy who runs it. So yeah, I really enjoyed my experience. I have a Tahoe.
And you said you love the Tahoe, right? Because you.
Yeah, I get made fun of a lot. It's very
Why?
big. It's big.
But you had a truck before that. You said
Yeah, I had a Tacoma.
you had to learn how to. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than a.
Yeah, Tahoe now.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can put anything in there.
Like multiple sets of hockey equipment and sticks.
Yeah, skis,
Skis. Okay.
yeah,
Snacks
snacks.
for the kids.
Yeah, we're trying to fill the truck bed, which I don't think will be a problem, of the ZR2 buys in Colorado.
Yeah.
We're giving some stuff away from Fort Distillery too. If you drop stuff off, you can put your name in for a draw.
What are you giving away?
A couple gift bags from the distillery.
Huh?
Yeah.
You don't say.
Good for a weekend, I'd say.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Great
Good for a birthday party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how about that?
No hard feelings.
Still no word from Quinn.
Nope, nothing as we had. So she's got. We'll see if she answers in the next 8 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't end up showing up. I was busy on Sunday, so maybe she doesn't want to talk to me or something. There's that too.
Yeah, maybe.
I did give the heads up that I was going to be busy, so
That's courteous
Wasn't
of
gonna
you. Very courteous of you.
I just texted Quinn the other day because I knew
What
that she
day?
was. I'll tell you, because in her former job she was involved with Explore Edmonton, and we were looking for to talk about the CFR, which is in its 50th year and it's going on right now.
Yes.
So I texted her on Wednesday at 9:27 a.m. I said, "Hey there, hope all is well with you. Would you blah blah blah?" And she says, "Oh yeah, for sure. Her name's this, and here's her email." And I said, "Awesome. Look what I said."
You're
you're
the best.
Oh,
Yeah, screw that.
Oh, he's,
we got this text comes in. Go with the ZR2 instead of High Country. Love my ZR2.
we say ZR2. here
ZR2,
in
sorry.
Canada.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. That's a good point.
You know what? It's actually 0% on all trim levels. I got a note.
But somebody loves their ZR2.
Yeah. Those are, yep, they're awesome. A little more aggressive.
Yeah.
High Country is fancy.
I'd go High Country.
Yeah.
Jay would go
ZR2.
with
ZR2.
ZR2. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've always liked the Silverado, but I always liked the look of the Colorado.
Yeah.
it'll
That color is a nice color. What would we describe
Scarlet?
that red? Scarlet red?
Scarlet
It was
Red.
like mid-sized truck of the year last year.
There you go.
It's
Man,
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
it's just,
there was Tommy was at. You get those through here, the cars. They would come right
The
through
door
here.
slides.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Claire
The
told me.
wall just opens up.
Yeah.
they built around it. They could never get it out.
Well,
The roof comes off. And
Get
my
the lift
parents
in.
actually still have a dinette in their basement
Yeah?
that the house was built around.
Really?
Remember the old dinettes that used to be like a G shape? Like they'd fit into a corner and they were like one, it was like a piece.
Really?
It's in the basement and it was put into there before the joists went up on the main floor.
Wow.
It's coming out of there with a
you're
chainsaw.
like, yeah, you're committed.
It's cool though. It's
Okay.
like this awful green color. It's like straight out of the 80s, maybe even 70s.
Like
Okay.
this, but old?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I see what you're saying.
Claire, who do you have this weekend? Elks, Riders, and then what do you think of the Oilers?
Well, I have to cheer for the Elks.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the game against the Bombers. And
Not a
it
good
was
one.
Not a good one.
No.
And I was really hoping they were going to get it. Yeah, Dusty was telling me there's still a chance. So I'm going to cheer for them. Oilers, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
should be.
yeah. What
Okay.
are you guys thinking? What do you think is going to happen? I mean,
We
I
don't
was
have
at
the time.
We actually got to go to the opener last year, which was rough against Vancouver. I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember that game.
Oh, I was there.
Yeah.
It was not good.
So, what do you think is going to happen this year?
Maybe they're carrying a big silver trophy at the end of it.
Well, yeah, but I mean this opener. This
Oh,
Opening
against
game.
Winnipeg?
yeah.
It's a great question
I don't know.
because
Remember, everybody thought
if-
they were gonna just come out strong against the Canucks, and then it was like what 7-0.
8-1 at the end, I think. And then
Woof.
4-3,
Yeah.
the one you would have been at, the
second game?
home opener. Yeah, exactly. It went off the rails very, very quickly. I don't know. Dusty was pretty optimistic. I think he was saying 7-2-1 in the first 10. I think they'll at least have 5 or 6 wins.
7-2-1.
Well, when you look at their schedule,
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
like
That'd be lovely, yeah.
so they start with the Jets at home. They get the Blackhawks, Flames back-to-back Saturday, Sunday. They get the Flyers on a 4-game homestand. And they get Nashville, Dallas, Carolina, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Columbus, Nashville for
That's a
the
favorable
first
month.
month.
Yeah.
What was the record Dusty had?
They were 7-2-1.
So the first 10. 1,
Yeah,
2,
first
3,
10.
4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9. So that's up to the Columbus game. If we go with the should beats, like you should put Chicago in there, you should put Calgary in there. I would throw Philly in there.
Yep.
I will throw Columbus in there. You'd throw Pittsburgh as an easy, right off the bat, should win.
Yes.
Okay, so then there's 5 right there. So then to get to Dusty's 7 wins, can they beat Detroit, Carolina, Nashville, Dallas, and Jets? Can they get 2 of those 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they'd have at least of a 7-3 record in some sort.
Carolina, I think they can win. I think.
Hey, you think
I'm
they're
not
on
high
the drop.
on the Canes. I think their window is closed. So we'll see what happens.
I picked them in my pool last
Carolina?
year. Yeah.
Well, last year they were still in their window. They've had some moves this year in the offseason that I didn't particularly like, and I think it's over for them.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
All I know is there'll be at one point in this season, there will be major panic because they'll have lost 5 of 6 or something like that. They always do it. They always have that one stretch where they don't do things easy. Chances are it will be in December.
Oh, it's
And
just
we'll have to
imagine.
calm people down.
Just imagine if they win like the first 2, or lose the first 2. Sorry, it'll be chaos.
We've
You
been
want to go
there.
2?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been there.
Lose on Wednesday.
I know, but what if they,
Right there.
Sure, but what if it's now doubled up, right? And now forming a streak.
It'll be that Calgary game. That's Sunday.
I feel like we can handle that at this point, right?
You
Oh,
think
not
the
the
fan base?
I think
Battle
it's the
Not a
harder?
chance.
I think it's the
Yeah.
opposite. I think it'll be more
No.
of a jump off the deep end this early
Yeah.
Okay.
because of what happened and how long it went on last year.
Yeah.
And the fear of recreate.
They can't do it again like they did last year. They can't make the comeback. There'll be
Can't do
some that will be just like diehards with the team. There'll be some that point to last year and go, well, they did it last year. They'll be fine this
Yeah.
year. But there'll be a lot more just of the vocal people.
Yeah.
I will go with it. The vocal minority. It will be loud. It's over. They shouldn't have got rid of Cody
Told
CC
you the defense wasn't good enough.
and they're just going to
Yeah.
go for everything is wrong.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have signed Leon to that extension.
I like to be.
Shouldn't have got him. Like
Yeah, I
he's
like that.
locked in too soon.
Yeah, right, eh?
They could have traded Leon and rebuilt this team.
Oh, come
That's
on.
what will happen if they lose the first 2 or 3.
You need to block those people from your chat.
He is the people. He is the people.
That's an
That's not
automatic
me with
block.
those. No, I'm
I-
of the
I
mindset
agree.
there. Get me to April. I just want to start talking about playoff hockey. I don't care about the regular season. I don't care about having discussions that much about the Oilers through the regular season because it doesn't matter.
I like Claire's.
be in the
That's an
playoffs.
automatic block. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Well, harsh to the point, and that's the rule. I like it.
It's 10:54. We've got to wrap up right away.
Big Gube
Quinn
said,
has not
0%. He did say 0%. How enticing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got to get some numbers on a 1500 later today.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So, Claire, okay, details again. What's going on here today? If people want to come on down, maybe they're interested in buying a vehicle.
You bet. So we've got some. We've got an Oktoberfest theme. We've got German bratwurst, pretzels from Das Brezelhaus
Nice.
coming in this afternoon. The U17 AAA guys are going to be using the slap shot machine. Can see how you stack up against them. They're here after school at about 4 o'clock. I forgot they had school, so
Right.
I had told you they were coming in the afternoon.
School first.
School first. And yeah, just some great deals throughout the day. The rates are unreal this month. We've got really good programs, and then we're going to try and make it even more enticing to see if we can get some extra sales today with you guys here.
Love
so every program or every show today will try and do something different.
Sweet.
Well, if there's a day to buy a vehicle, a truck, and you're in the market, come on down to Southford Chevrolet because the deals are right.
10109 89th Ave in Fort Sask.
Yeah,
Bring some snacks.
Jay's going to sell it to you.
I'm going to sell it to you.
Yeah.
Put me up. Put me on the up board, fellas.
Got to sell somewhere.
Jay's gonna throw. Jay's gonna go put 100 on a board somewhere and like challenge. First one, boys. First one.
I'll put a note up and I'll say, look, fellas, me versus the.
Let's go.
Me versus the field.
You're gonna go against the field.
Whoever sells a vehicle here first, I'm in.
That's it. Jay's gonna do that between now and the Reed
I don't know
Wilkins
what the
show.
sales manager will think of that.
I want you like mid-Reed show. You leave to go sell a car.
I almost did for this couple here. I did. This is going to go say, excuse me, you guys look like you're looking for a truck.
Yeah.
Has anybody assisted you?
Jay will.
We're live here at Southport Chevrolet until 6 o'clock. Coming up, it will be the Lock Shop, Dusty and Haas. We got the oil stream. We've got the EST afternoons, Hernan and Gager. We've got the Reed Wilkins show with Jay Milne, if he's not already hired by Southport at that time, selling cars
fired
here.
by Quinn Phillips.
Yeah, they're going to escort you off the premises shortly.
Reminder also, we got the oil stream pregame show later tonight. 7 o'clock, Tommy, Hernan. They'll also have a postgame show tomorrow on the station. We've got Hello Hockey, 10 o'clock. We also have the Green and Gold kickoff and post-game shows. Jay and I live at Centric Casino Sports Bar and Lounge.
Big game.
Getting you set for Elks and Riders. And don't forget, it is the second annual tailgate. Chili cook-off at the tailgates. Brought to you by the Elks Herd, Turf District, Edmonton Sports Talk, and You Need a Barbecue. So head on down. That gets going probably, I would say, comfortably at about 2:30 until game time. But again, the chili probably will run out early, so get there at a good time. Claire, thanks for jumping on the Hangout with us here.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us today.
And good
We're
job
on the
with
plate, yes.
right decision when it comes to the fantasy football. You can't just give away players
No
for nothing.
collusion.
And just the integrity of the league would be completely changed of who's going to win. So good on you. Jay, Tommy, great seeing you guys. On behalf of Claire, Jay, Tommy, I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout live on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Like I said, Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes, live from here at Southport Chevrolet. Don't go anywhere. Dusty and Haas coming up in a few minutes.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with here, joining us today.